Hi, everybody.
Howdy, y'all. How we doing this fine day?
We're good. Welcome to a Ventures Initiative presents In-Quy'zz-itions.
In-Quy'zz-ition. Yes. Oh, what a wonderful day we have today. But something doesn't seem right.
Mm-hmm.
This is supposed to be April Fool. This is supposed to be April Fool's, guys. What happened?
Cyber Monday, man.
What?
I thought it was Armed Forces Day.
Armed Forces Day, Halloween, guys. What?
Summertime, isn't it? Summertime, 4th of July, barbecues.
Sun's out, guns out.
I got my shorts on and everything.
It's not Christmas in July.
Wait, I thought we were doing the St. Patrick's episode.
No.
What?
What episode is this?
What is today?
April.
I see what's happened here.
Nobody got the message.
Welcome everybody to the In-Quy'zz-ition, the homebrew D&D campaign run by yours truly, DippyTheDM, and my lovely players here who have all gotten dressed for the occasion, but they all dressed for the wrong occasion. This is the best that we could come up with for April Fools while still running a regular episode. So happy April Fool's Day to all of y'all. We're going to continue. This show is normal now, and we're going to start that off with a couple announcements. We have our schedule at a glance. We have our you're watching our Friday show, our every other Friday show. And this show uploads its podcast episodes every Friday because they come out in 2 parts. Tomorrow will be the main game hosted by our good friend Dono in the corner there. And Valmira, and then Sunday. Do we actually run a game on Sundays?
This Sunday is over at Rolls After Dark. So
we'll have a show over on Rolls After Dark that you can go watch with a lot of our lovely players in it. Mondays we have our just our variety talk show with the 3 Ds here, myself, Dadley, and Dono, the Dapper Ds. Come by and watch that. Tuesdays we should have episodes of our Cyberpunk homebrew game and for Awakens, and right now that's about it. So please, if you're feeling generous, subscribe to Adventures in Initiative. It's not necessary at all, but every subscription does help. You can subscribe with Prime if you got that. And and if you don't have the money, a follow and a like will still support us in every way that you can imagine. And you can subscribe over on the Adventures in Initiative YouTube channel. And for you podcast listeners, you can watch these episodes in their entirety over on that YouTube channel as well, Adventures in Initiative. Before we get into the actual game,
hey Monk,
thank you for the tier 1 subscription.
Not to shill too much about Adventures in Initiative, but there's a whole lot of different shows we run, and the easiest way to keep up with it is just the Instagram. Adventures Initiative at Instagram it's where we post everything. Dono is on top of keeping people up to date with schedule, cancellations, upcoming events that we kind of come out of nowhere, as well as just fire D&D memes.
Yeah. Exactly. So go follow Adventures in Initiative on Instagram as well for all of that helpful info and those fun.
What if I'm already following him?
Then you don't need to follow him again.
Well, then check my freaking story every once in a while, John.
I watch your story all the time. Thank you. Very much.
I appreciate it. You're doing everything right. You're perfect.
Before we begin the game proper, we also have a channel sponsor in the form of I love it. The picture updated again. Gear, that is awesome. Gear really pulled out all the stops for the Hero Forge Christmas getup for her character Tesla today. That is awesome. But before we start our show proper, we do have our channel sponsor. Thank you to Geeky Clean for sponsoring Adventures in Initiative and all of our shows. Guys, do y'all not have enough dice? The answer to that question should be no, you don't. Nobody ever has enough dice.
And do you want an excuse to bathe more?
That should be a better question. Yes. The answer to that question the answer to that question should be yes. And in order to solve all of these theoretical problems you have Geeky Clean. Geeky Clean is a wonderful nerdy hygienics company making all kinds of fun and interesting bath bombs, shower fizzers, and everything that you need to keep yourself squeaky geeky clean all the gosh dang time. And you can never have, as I said, you can never have enough dice. Well, Geeky Clean has a response for that as well. They have dice bombs, bath bombs that you drop into your bath, and when they fizz out, you end up with a set of dice. Just be careful getting into the bath after you do that, though. You don't want a stubbed toe or even worse, other things. So get your dice fix and your
damage.
cleanliness. Get your
butt.
yeah. Get your dice fix and your healthy, clean lifestyle from Geeky Clean today. They have open communication lines for allergy needs, and it's all fun, and they're a great company. You can use our affiliate code, ANIPOD, that's ANIPOD, for 5% off of any purchase, including clearance and subscriptions.
Link will be provided down below.
The link is in the description. The link's been put into the chat as well. And thank you, Geeky Clean, for sponsoring our channel and our show.
My wife loves your stuff, Geeky Clean. You rock.
And don't forget to check out their new sunflower dice bombs for April. They are so cute, and they are like so green and yellow, and they are so like fun. I need to get myself one, but
The look of perk between me and Emily's faces.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? We don't know about these.
So,
they have a
I
new.
just-
They always
I just
post
have
on
to
their
say,
TikToks. Yeah.
I have to get the toss a coin bath fizzer for Farron.
Oh, exactly. Yes, you do, because I need more of Geeky Clean in my life. So thank you, Geeky Clean, for sponsoring us. And we also want to give a quick mention. Some of the audio and background ambiance and music you'll be hearing today, both on the podcast and on the show, will be provided by Tabletop Audio. They're a great audio sharing website for Dungeons and Dragons campaigns. They have free 10-minute ambience loops, and extended loops can be unlocked via their Patreon, which is where most of their income comes in, because it's completely ad free. There are no ads on tabletopaudio.com to pester you into like going and buying a Korg like dog toy or whatever it is. There's no ads is the point. And there are also soundboards and sound pads, and you can make your own custom sound pads. It's a great site. We've been using them a lot ever since we discovered them a couple of weeks ago, and we can't imagine running our games without them now. So please go over and use Tabletop Audio at www.tabletopaudio.com, and thank you, Tabletop Audio, for creating great music and sound tracks. And with all of that said, I think it's time to get back into the episode, back into the show proper. But what do we need to do?
Do we need to introduce ourselves, or is that not a thing anymore?
Well, we did it for the first few episodes because it was a new show. But if you want to do it again, then
I thought that was just a thing that podcasts do. I don't know.
Yeah, it is
for the
a thing
podcast listeners.
On the podcast side, I introduced y'all in intros, or at least at the end of the episode, just so y'all know. I always do a character rundown at the end of the episode.
Yeah, I plan on recording one.
Oh yeah, no,
we
I don't
can
have to be the
absolutely-
only one doing intros and outros.
But we can absolutely do some intros if we're starting from the bottom left of our lovely layout here and going up to the top right. So let's just move on there, from Monk all the way to Gear.
Hi, I'm the Drunken Monk. You can call me Staff Sergeant Monk if you like. I play Damon the rogue.
And then Rhys.
Drunk.
We got an echo.
Yeah, we do.
We got an echo somewhere.
Is it me?
I don't know.
I think I don't know.
Am I the drama?
I don't think I'm the drama.
Tell us you're a TikToker without telling us you're a TikToker. Rhys, please.
Hey, Hoozle. I'm Rhys. I play Quinlan Flux, the Air Genasi monk. You can find me over on Instagram at RhysMcPeake1191. And from there, you can find the rest of my socials.
Fantasy.
I'm Fantasy. Um, I am playing Willow, and I am the resident dice goblin. Dice.
Dono.
Hello, I'm DonoTheCleric. I'm playing a Sundial, the Ward Forge sorcerer. You can find me on all social medias under that handle. And yeah, I also run basically everything in the background here. Hopefully my audio is good and I don't sound like a joke saying that this time around. So yeah.
Yeah, you are good.
Okay, fantastic.
All right.
Lovely.
Dadley.
Hi, I'm DadleyJenkins. I play the smooth talking, saltwater loving, sassy, shit talking sailor Zog.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Gross.
Oh no!
He built himself up too much.
Cleric. And yeah.
Oh wait,
Am I
he's
back?
Yeah, you're back.
His internet caught up.
You're like,
Yep,
oh,
there we go.
Oh, he's gone
He's
again.
chopping.
everybody freeze for him.
This sucks. I just got the freeze.
Uh,
Are y'all fucking with me or are we frozen?
No,
Y'all are no, you're frozen.
Are we
I
good
wish
now?
I could say this is that.
You
We
look
are.
good.
It looks
Yeah.
like it now.
yeah, you look like
Okay.
you're good.
But keep us posted on that. And last but not least, Gear.
Hi, I am Gearsparks. You can find me on most social medias the same as that. Twitter, Twitch as well. I have my own game that I haven't been able to put on, but it is on my YouTube under the same name. I do some short videos and stuff on there. You can find me on TikTok as well, same everywhere. And I play the artificer who just cannot seem to get a grasp on what her friend has planned because he just is all over the place, and it's been months since they spend any time together, and there's like a whole bunch of other people that are just, she's very independent, and this is a unusual situation for her.
Alrighty. So there and right on cue again. There's my alarm for the old start time, which means I believe it's time we hop in to tonight's episode of The In-Quy'zz-ition.
Let's do it.
Ooh. Y'all tell me if this is too quiet or too loud.
Can't hear it.
Hold on, it's coming in. Okay. There we go. Oh, Dadley's frozen again.
Yep.
Oh no. Oh, why? Why, Dadley? Why? Ooh, yeah, now it's getting louder. Okay. Turn it down just a hair.
I do have a question.
Oh. Yes, what is your question?
Would we have tavern music in the street?
This is just, to get things started. Oh, and Dadley's
no,
gone.
our overlay.
Oh no.
It's
Our
broken.
overlay's screwed. Oh
Our
god.
stream, it's broken.
Oh no.
no.
Our stream. It's broken.
This is staying in.
Gonna have to
Okay.
restart. Okay. Let
Would
me
it,
see
would
how
it
fast.
really be an episode?
We're gonna go to
of
be right back.
Yeah, would it be an episode?
Ah. Ah.
Okay. So, we got
We're back.
our boy back.
Yeah.
So, let's get into the episode proper now.
Mhm.
All right. And I changed the music because I found some better ones.
Yeah.
Okay. So, last we left off, our intrepid band of adventurers, or who they may soon be, an intrepid band of adventurers, was hanging out in the town of Moran, on the port side of town, after a little bit of information gathering, and they found that they had all the information they needed to begin investigating the lead into the potential competition for Tesla's small junkyard business. The lavender brass junkyards, lavender brass scrapyards, and they decided to take matters into their own hands, but not before the local blacksmith noticed them, and they helped him out a little bit. They very violently broke and then healed his leg in a chaotic series of events, which our good blacksmith friend Tharozal was eventually grateful for, but only after a little bit of convincing and the fact that his leg was actually healed. As reward, they were able to gain a couple of things from Tharzal, and then they headed on their merry way. Damon, our resident Fey rogue, decided to follow after a suspicious-looking character that Tharazal had just described to them moments earlier, and the rest of the group followed behind at a slower pace and fought some goblins, a fun new hybrid race that I have introduced into the game. Half kobold, half goblin, if you will. It was a fight. And one of our players almost died as a result of that fight.
Just
but
scratch.
just a flesh wound.
It's just a scratch.
It's only a flesh wound.
But y'all managed to finish that combat and move on to catch up with your rogue friend after he seemingly discovered a potential secret passageway. At which...
don't forget, I also hit Zog in the side of the face with a ball bearing.
That is true. That is something that happened. So, we pick up at the beginning of the long rest that the party began to take. After setting up several tents and makeshift shelters to camp around the hole in the ground that they found, they need to tell me what their watch order is, and then we can begin.
I said I was good, so I would go first.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm in
that's what I've got
stasis,
written
so
down
like
here.
I can make perception checks with disadvantage if you're okay with that. As a Warforged.
Okay, so we got Damon first. There will be a grand total of 3, as is the usual of the watch system.
Zog would probably offer to go second then.
Alrighty.
I'll
And
I'll go third, but I do stasis as a Warforge.
Yes.
So like it's kind of like a passive perception kind of thing, or like with.
So just let me know what your passive is when your watch comes around, and I will work accordingly around.
Well, by the time it gets to my watch, I'll be at full rest because it only takes me 6 hours.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect. Just writing down our random encounter numbers again.
Tesla's gonna kind of put a pass on this. Half her face was almost cleaved off.
Right.
Also, remember, I am sleeping on top of the trapdoor as a pile of junk.
Yes. So, we pick up at the beginning of the beginning of the rotation of watches with, I need to finish writing down in my dang note-taking book the basic information for the session, In-Quy'zz-ition session 4. So,
So
Damon.
I could take the first 2 watches because I actually don't need but 4 hours to meditate. So
Elves, man, elves.
I will
Gotta love
say,
elves.
Zog still wants to take a watch, so he will like stay up with Damon
Yeah,
for the second if Damon's gonna be up anyways.
yeah. There's no problem with that
Yeah.
at all. Okay, so In-Quy'zz-ition session 4.
all right. So roll perception.
Yes. Today is April 1st. That was a stupid question. We made that perfectly clear with the beginning of this episode.
That is
Okay.
boxing.
That's a 21.
It's 21. All right.
18 plus 3 to start off the night.
Very nice. Okay, Damon, Zog, and Damon. Then Sun. Okay. 21.
21.
Har. Okay. All right. So, as you set yourself back kind of in a position similar to where you were last time, last time you were just watching the hole from afar, covered up in a pile of trash to keep yourself hidden. But now that you've set up like a little shelter and a little campsite, you set watch in front of a makeshift campfire that one of you probably made with a successful survival check. It might have taken you a little longer than usual because we didn't roll this, but you take watch over the hole. And you hear off in the distance the sounds of the Coleman River slowly flowing in its regular pattern. You hear the sounds of some screamer frogs croaking away in the night. You hear one of them get eaten by a bird. But yeah, pretty much. And all is quiet as you take your first watch, and basically nothing happens. Your perception is definitely high enough that you would have noticed if something did. You do hear the little skittering of footsteps close to your campsite, but you look over and you see a 2-headed rat just kind of like scampering past the campsite, not minding his own business.
So at this point, I take and I walk at the end of my first watch. I take over and walk over to Zog. I'm nudging with my toes. Time for second watch.
All right.
Wake up.
No, I got. Do you have any more of that? Anything that you stole from me?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
All right, cool.
The emergency wine ration that you stole from his boat is still on your person.
Yes, it is.
Oh, excuse me. So you
I
take
will
that out?
Pop the cork and pass it. Take a swig and then pass it over to him as I roll for my next.
Okay, so either both of you can roll for a watch, or one of you can roll at advantage. I will not.
I will just give you advantage because I don't even have my character sheet. So
Okay, there you go. Simple enough.
So that was a 17 plus 3 or a 6 plus 3. So I'll take the dirty 20.
All right, a dirty 20. Okay.
Why are we even doing this?
I feel like I need something here.
The first. Maybe.
This is so empty.
Maybe.
I say to
The
Zog,
first thing
why
that
are
you
we-
immediately. Oh yeah.
As we're taking this watch, I figure we'll be chatting back and forth. So I say to Zog,
Yeah.
why are we even doing this?
In case somebody comes out of the hole, we're looking at the hole.
But I came out here to follow Willow, and now I end up sitting here watching a hole in the ground.
I mean, do you have something better to be doing? Willow's here.
No, that's true. It's curious though.
I'm
Why
curious
do
of.
why do people get so attached to things that they go running off and trying to figure them out?
I mean, I'd say it's just curiosity. It's probably just the fact that I want to know what happens
know,
between
Dono,
Tesla
shut
and
up.
Guy. What?
I'm just responding.
I'm
to Dono's
busting
message.
Drunk's balls. Chat.
I want to know what happens
Hi,
between
chat.
Tesla and Guy. That's like some drama that I'm interested in.
I followed the kid because I was curious of where he was going. I mean, I didn't expect to be sitting here. This is just kind of boring.
I mean, do you want to just go in the hole? If you're
Yes.
bored,
But then we'd have to wake up Sun, and I just prefer not to do that. It's kind of
Sun
weird.
doesn't sleep. He's pretending.
You look over and you see Sundial's like collapsed form, just sitting on top of the hole, and like, you hear a gentle hum from that direction, possibly from just Sundial's stasis mode being like a sleep mode on a computer, but it's like he's just vibing on on top of the pile of garbage that was already there.
Tequila's playing in the background. Do, 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 do.
Yeah. You hear hold music.
My head canon that it was the Tetris music. Whenever like Sundial would go offline, you would just start hearing the do 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 do.
Incredible.
Do, do, do,
So,
do, do.
yes, I would. But Sun's over there, and
I feel bad going
How
in
do I
the
say
hole
this?
without Willow.
they
And
put their
Quinlan.
trust in us to make sure nothing happens, and I just
That's fair.
just because I don't trust you guys doesn't mean you guys don't trust me. So
I mean, I trust you fully. I won. We're friends.
shut up, Zog.
That's a great quote.
That is. So,
And that was
yeah, that's pretty much how the watch goes for the night.
Yeah, as you both like kind of sip on this wine, the first thing that you immediately notice is that this wine is more like rotten than you would initially expected it to be. You didn't think wine could go sour, but somehow this wine has. It's almost too old and too fermented for its own good. And to that end, after would you be like taking turns with sips, or would you finish the bottle by the end of the night? By the end of this watch,
We'd probably kill the bottle.
yeah. Okay, so
Look
I
like our
need,
booze.
but both of you would be contributing to this, so I need both of
Yeah.
you to roll Constitution saves for me, please.
All right, Monk, you got my sheet, right?
Yes, I do.
I
Your
should as
Con
well.
is +3.
All right, so I got a 13.
I got a 15.
13 and a 15.
I feel like everything I'm doing is now competing against Monk after the arm wrestle.
Zog, as you finish like the last swig of this bottle,
Yes.
you feel like a graininess sliding down your throat after the liquid, and your brain immediately tells you that doesn't feel right, and then it hits your stomach and it starts to feel like pop rocks in your gut, and then you feel it traveling back up. As you run over behind a trash pile, you vomit your guts out. And I need you to take 1 point of damage. Just
I
1
only
point.
rolled 2 points lower.
And you just
15. I'm getting to Damon. Damon, you feel this coming on, and you like it gets to right here, and you spit a little bit, and you're all right. 15 was the DC.
and you just hear Damon just start laughing as Zog runs off. I thought you could keep up with me.
It's some nasty wine, all right?
I get it. You know, it's not the greatest, but it's your wine.
That's, you know what, fair. Totally fair.
So as you finish off your watch, with no other events occurring as such, and again, much of the same. You just hear the babbling of the babbling of an estuary of the river, and some little hints of wildlife here and there, but nothing that would attract the attention of armed retaliation, if you will.
So at this point, I would say go wake up the next person, and I would take off my cloak and kind of just lay it on the ground
Mm.
and sit on it, and you would just see Damon sitting there with his legs crossed, just leaning back, just taking deep breaths, and that's the end of Damon for a while.
So, Zog, you remember that Sundial volunteered for third watch?
Yeah. If you see me doing this, it's because the Zoom chat goes this way on my phone while my camera is. So if you guys ever see me doing this, it's because I'm trying to read the Zoom chat.
That's incredible.
So
wow.
Now you know my pain.
What was that?
I said, now you know my pain.
Oh, that's right. Last couple of sessions, Gear has just been on her phone too.
Yeah.
So then Zog goes to wake up Sundial. And in the process, also Willow, because I saw in chat that Willow wants to do watch, so I'm just going to assume Willow said something before the night started.
Oh. Alrighty.
Oh.
I will allow that too. I did not see that until just now. Absolutely.
Totally spelled your name wrong.
So
okay.
Yeah, Zog wakes up. He wakes up Willow with just like a, hey, you said you're gonna take the next watch. Like, hope that's still alright with you. Son!
You just see as Sun wakes up, you see all the junk begin to form together.
Will you shut up? Yeah. By the way, everyone who is not Sundial or Willow needs to make a. I'm gonna call it a concentration check, which would be a Constitution. And if you're a spellcaster, you can add proficiency. But that would be Tesla, and nope, that would just be Tesla.
Wait,
I'm a spellcaster after my rest.
Quinlan's a monk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a spellcaster till after my rest, but so that'd be a 14.
14.
I'm rolling a what? D20, right?
Yeah, just roll a d20 and add
Constitution.
Roll a d20, add 5.
17.
17.
17 as well.
17 and 14.
Wait, what?
Tesla and Quinlan. What did you say?
I said 17.
Yes, and Rhys said, or not Rhys, Quinlan said 17 as well.
Okay.
So Quinlan and Tesla, you just stir a little at a sudden loud noise, but it doesn't wake you up. Damon, you already roleplayed that you woke up a little, but you were just starting to sleep, so that's not an issue. Whoa, yeah, I hear that now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a TV.
There's TV.
You hear it off in the distance. Off in the distance, you hear a concentrated illusory billboard advertising a law firm. Nope, it didn't go away. And then it shuts off. That could be a thing in this universe. You don't know.
Yeah.
So
Laws
Willow
get
and
broken.
Sun. Willow and Sun, you both wake up. As you begin your watch, I need again either both of you to roll one check or one of you to roll with advantage.
I would imagine that your perception is probably better than mine.
Okay, so Willow, you may roll at advantage.
Oh god, that's gross.
Oop.
That's better.
Okay.
Okay. What did you get?
13 is the highest.
13.
That was an 11.
Well, would have been better than mine, so it's good. Yeah, 100 times better.
Okay. So, as you begin your watch, much of the same. You do notice that the wind starts to pick up a little bit as your watch goes on, and you hear the sounds of like scrap metal kind of clanking as it rolls along itself, and like you hear like trash getting blown onto other trash, you know, that kind of sound. You hear the light rustling of what you think is either leaves or plastic. You can't tell. But other than the wind, nothing seems to be bringing attention to itself, at least to a level that you would notice it. You share this watch with Sundial. You can do with that what you wish.
Aye.
Oop.
Dogs.
The
What?
dogs are being crazy.
Oh gosh.
Well,
Willow is easily distracted by the sounds of what sounds like a pack of deer, kind of like doing a herd, like galloping across the way. As son, you're also looking around, but like more in the way of like a sentinel. You're just like standing and occasionally like rotating your central core around so that you can get a look. But I mean,
just like turn, keeping myself like close to the trapdoor itself.
Yeah.
And I'll just have I'll have like mosaic, because we haven't dropped off the animals to the boat yet, have we? We still have them?
I think we agreed that you could have or you couldn't have. So
I
if you
know
wanted
Ripple's
to,
with me.
Ripple, yeah, Ripple's
so then
was
I would
with.
still have mosaic.
Okay, so
So
all
then
of
I'll
your
just have,
animals
like-
would still be with you.
Well,
Yeah.
mosaic, I believe, because she's a good little kitty, has keen smell and has advantage on perception checks. So I'll let her roll a perception check as well, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. If you want
don't mind.
to wake Mosaic up from her catnap,
Well, I mean, she's probably been sleeping most of the day.
pretty much.
No.
Isn't
Let her
there
go
something like cats
explore a
sleep
little
20
bit.
hours a day?
Perception.
20 hours a day, yeah, pretty much.
She has proficiency in perception, so about the same as mine.
Wow.
That would be a 14.
One better.
12 to 16 hours.
12 to 16 hours a day. Cats, man. Love cats. Okay. Mosaic kind of like, you watch Mosaic, because when Mosaic is sleeping, Mosaic turns mostly back into like a moss ball. And when Mosaic wakes up, just the features make themselves known. And then she stands and just like arches her back. Then like looks around and like sniffs the air. Sniffs the air around her. Just like she picks up on a smell. Like, and points her head over to a mound of a dune next to you, with intent. And she's just staring.
Do you want to go explore that? I just look at her. or talk to her.
She kind of like turns her head back to you, and she's just like,
Lead the way.
and she like hops down off of you and starts to just like cat strut over in that general direction.
Mhm.
And I'm assuming you're following.
Yeah.
Okay. As she walks over, you begin to smell. Would you say you have a sense of smell?
No.
No. Okay. So Sun has no. Yeah. So you're just following where Mosaic is sniffing.
Mosaic is my nose.
Yes, exactly. So you're just following Mosaic at this point, so you wouldn't notice a smell coming up upon you, but you would notice, as you crest over the hill, you look down this hillside to the estuary that the others have been hearing, and you begin to hear as well. And on the banks of this estuary is just like a heap of dead fish, just like loads. It looks like the fish apocalypse happened on this shore, and it's just like it's an awful smell. If you could smell, but you can't, so it's just an awful looking pile of just like bless you just like haddock, just like mutated haddock and cod, like, but mostly heads. You see that most of them have been picked clean, probably by scavenger birds. But you like look upon the water as Mosaic is like traveling down to this pile, and she like sniffs at one of them and just starts just nibbling on some of the fish.
So she's more cat than she is plant.
She's both.
All right.
She can nibble.
All right.
She subsists on oxygen and sunlight, but she can nibble
The
on
nutrients of the dead.
what she likes. Yeah, the nutrients of the dead.
Gives her life.
As we
Even
learned-
more life.
As we learned with the yoked tree, bones will help give trees and plants nutrients.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Valmira moment there.
Yeah.
Wonderful moment. But as you like you look up from Mosaic eating this like fish corpse to this estuary itself, and you notice the opposite bank has a lot of dead fish on it too, and you are able to look at that just in time to see the fish hops out of the water onto the bank, flops around for a little bit, and is not able to roll itself back into the water because of the little like embankment that has been built from all of these other futile attempts.
Can I use shape water to like create a small orb to pick up the fish into and just throw it back into the water?
Pick it up, you see it swimming around in the orb just a little bit as you pick it up, and then you dump it back.
Dadley just
You
went
are sideways.
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, you are sideways.
I didn't move my phone. That's weird.
It's weird.
That
Yeah,
is
that's whatever.
weird.
Am I back now?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Now you are.
Snap back to
You
That was
reality.
strange.
Whatever.
Either
Okay,
way,
continue.
you kind of plunk it back into the water, and then you wait a couple seconds, and then a couple moments later, a little farther up the bank, flopping around again. Something's up.
What
You're
we
not sure
do,
what.
use another thing of shape water, pick it up, and then just let it hover in a small orb of water.
How long can you hold shape water? It is a cantrip. You have to keep like either keep
water
concentrating
in
on it
5
or
feet
like
direction. You cause a water form simple shape and animate it at the direction and change the last enough for 1 hour. You can change water and color. Couldn't see water and change same not through last enough for 1 hour. You freeze water not up for 1 hour if you chase Kind of
So it
explore
sounds like
multiple
an hour?
Yeah, for about an hour, and it's not concentration, so I just form it into an orb.
And you can just keep it there.
Yeah, and I
For an
can
hour.
like it's just I cast a spell again to be able to move it.
Right.
So it's just me moving it about if I want to,
Yeah,
but I
I
have
gotcha.
just this orb that I just have
I
in my
gotcha.
mind's eye.
Sure.
But it doesn't have the concentration little symbol
Sure.
on it.
So what do you want to do with this orb of water that
I'm-
you've made?
Just gonna let it hover above the water.
You see it swim around in it a little bit, and then you see it crest the bottom of the orb
Mhm.
and just like plunk back into the water below it, and then a couple more moments later, different spot on the riverbank, still same spot in the river that this is all happening in.
Willow.
You call out to Willow. Willow, you hear Sun calling your name from beyond a dune. After your minor distraction with a sound that you went to investigate minorly, you come back to the campsite, see Sun gone, and you're just like, oh no. And then you hear him calling your name from beyond a dune.
Okay, I fly over to him.
You see the same sight that Sun sees. Wow, lots of S's. And you see his little moss cat mosaic nibbling on a little fish corpse, and a pile of fish corpses concentrated on both sides of this little, what would almost be a creek. It's a branch off of the Coleman. Not entirely a new river in and of its own right, but you feel like it terminates not too far away from where you guys see it now, but you notice these fish just kind of like Sun has been messing with the same one, but you get there in time to see a second one do the same thing. Just hop out of the water onto the riverbank, flop around for a little bit, and it's a mystery. And then the smell hits you because you have a sense of smell, and it is rank. It's like, ugh, it's like a canning factory.
It's disgusting here.
Really?
Oh
Is it
no.
now? Oh no.
What is going on? This show just
There we go.
Okay, you were
There
frozen
she
a little.
is. Yay.
You were saying your sentence and then you froze at the end of your sentence, just like Dadley
Oh.
did.
Oh no.
What is happening?
Your internet connection is unstable.
Oh no.
Oh, that's what I get. That's what I get sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. You should be good now.
Ah,
You seem fine right now, so it could have just been like a millisecond or whatever.
Wow. Either way,
Yeah.
okay. All right, well, it smells disgusting.
Really?
Yes. Why
Um,
is there so many dead fish?
I was going to ask you that same question. They keep coming out of the water. I was putting them in orbs of water and trying to see if maybe there was something in the water that was forcing them out, like a predator or something.
Oh.
They just
Okay.
want to go back in and then jump out again.
if you would like to make an investigation check at this point, I would allow you to.
Me?
And both of you can make one, yes.
Okay.
That's cocked.
Let's see. D&D
That's-
Beyond.
God, come.
Do you love me?
Can you not be cocked? That's.
It loves me.
You know what? I'm gonna use. Now you roll.
What'd you get?
18. 18.
16.
18.
16.
Cocked
Okay, both
3
of you.
times, and then it just decides to work.
So, both of you would be able to look into the water and notice that the water itself, and the reason that it's babbling so, making this flowing water noise that everyone else has been hearing is that there's a high spot in this creek. A high spot that the water is having to cascade over. And you notice a line where it's cascading. And it is a dead straight line from one end of the bank, from one bank of the river, or from one bank of the creek to the other bank. And it's just like babbling over this over this little crest in the water. And if you have dark vision, which I believe fairies do, looking into the water slightly and just kind of focusing using your polarizing lenses that are your eyes, you kind of look in and see below some of the murkiness and amongst a little bit of the natural glow that every stream of water has here. It's almost like there's a structure under the water, a long, thin structure that doesn't end when it reaches either side of the riverbank. You can't see into it, but from the way that it's shaped, whoever rolled the 18, sundial, you can also see this. Do you have dark vision? No.
Sadly, Warforges do not have dark vision.
Mulligan. Both of you can see this. That looking into the water, you see this long, thin structure. You can tell by the shape it is a tunnel, but you cannot see into it. It is not a see-through tunnel. It is not a transparent tunnel. It is an opaque tunnel.
Got it.
But it is an obvious tunnel.
Can I look at where like the trap door is, and does it like line up to where?
Following a line from the tunnel, you see that it crosses under where the dune would be in the direction of your campsite.
I think this is the tunnel system for the trap door. We could enter in right here.
Yeah. But we can probably wait. Get everyone ready.
I'm going to do a very sundial thing. I'm going to pick up a fish that's jumped off the shore.
Pick up a fish.
Use shape water and just yeet it at the fucking dome thing.
Throw it at the tunnel.
And see if it's like goes ding or if it go. See if it's like metal or like stone.
Here's how I want you to do this. I want you to make 2 rolls. First, make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Do you want to pick up just like one particularly big fish or like a shotgun blast of like a bunch of little ones?
I mean, I could do a shotgun blast. I think that works.
Because you could do both, but it just depends what you want to do.
I'm trying to be inconspicuous. I mean, I imagine fish probably hit that damn thing all the time. But like...
Okay. Chances are you would have a little bit better success with a bigger one.
Okay.
So
We're
make
gonna go with
your
the big.
Arcana check.
We're going to go with the big ones. Okay. Okay. Not great, but it's not bad. 13.
13. Enough.
Okay.
Shape water is typically a very slow spell. You focus like all of your like previous experience that you've had up to this point with manipulating these things that you picked up when you were traveling along, figuring out where you...
Do I really want to use that, though? I could just use catapult. Just fucking...
Your Arcana check tells you that because shape water is typically a slow spell, you would need something like catapult in order to do what you want to do.
Alright, I'm going to yeet a shitload of, like, dead...
Okay, so you want to cast catapult?
Yeah, I'm just gonna yeet like a pile of this carcasses.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Catapult is because catapult is typically
it's a dex save, but I think that
I will
thing
make
has a 0.
save. I will make a save for the tunnel.
I think it has a 0 in dex, my good man.
I think
so. It has like a -5.
Just for shits and gigs.
Like, okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 5. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No. Just to see if the structural integrity holds up to this.
Okay.
So, roll the damage.
I do 3d8 to it.
Yeah, roll the damage.
Okay. 1.
Because this is not a siege spell, it doesn't do double damage against buildings.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see what this damage is.
Ooh. 14.
14. You kind of like use shape water to pick up this like pile of dead fish, and then you're like, you use your other like casting hand to remove the water bubble and then huck all of these fish at this tunnel.
Like,
and you watch them like shoot into the water, just boom, and they hit.
Wouldn't it be funny if it cracked and it started like spilling water into there, and then we had to fight the people that were rushing out?
And then you hear.
Did I crack? Wait, did I actually fucking crack that bitch?
And then you hear a slow. What was babbling sounds more like pouring, like you're pouring water into a cup.
Willow, I think I fucked up.
Yeah, I think so too. We should
And then
It's
probably.
not my fault, and we don't tell anyone.
And then you see a couple of chunks of earth. See a couple of chunks of earth and trash just kind of like falling away into this tunnel. And you watch as a whirlpool forms just for a moment as the level of this creek falls just enough that the top of this tunnel becomes fully exposed. And when the top of the tunnel becomes exposed over the course of a minute or so, the water starts to cascade kind of like around it and then pour into the hole in one small waterfall, just which you can now hear just
above table. Guys, I fucked up.
Yes. Yes.
You should check as a door. Why is the ceiling leaking? Oh no.
You fucked up in such a fun way, though.
I know. Like, it's very sundial way of doing it.
I mean, what did you expect to happen?
You was looking for a ding
literally
or a dog?
you were literally throwing shit at a tunnel and seeing if it stuck.
Yeah.
And it didn't stuck, it broke through.
I was like, I
So,
just wanted to see if we could break through it.
what do you want to do
Okay,
now?
all right.
You found out.
Yeah, you fucked around and you found out, my guy.
Well, it's a mulligan. Whatever.
It happens.
I
So,
need to know, has anybody watched Grown Up on Looney Tunes?
A little
oh
bit.
gosh.
Not too
Mhm.
much.
The episode where the duck is the baby and he's like playing with the toilet.
Oh
He's throwing
god.
multiple things in the toilet.
Oh my
It's like,
God.
water go down the hole.
Oh
Nah,
no.
go down the hole. I feel like that just happened.
God. Sundial just like looks at Will. It's like, it wasn't my fault. Like, don't tell anyone.
Did I do that? Well, people might be coming up from that tunnel.
We should go to the trapdoor.
You notice off in the distance a slow green and kind of like orangey yellow sunrise starting to crest the horizon at this point.
Beautiful, isn't it? And I just
As
hear
you
the sound of
approach the-
screaming children in the Sorry.
I have the episode title and okay. No, not the sounds of screaming children, just yeah. So at this point, nothing drastic has happened yet. All that you've really done is you've hit a high spot in the tunnel and caused a small leak. But other than that, nothing else major seems to have happened. You can go back to your campsite, and it would be around this moment that if people wanted to start waking up, they could. As you are all finishing this long rest with the battle from the last episode, you have successfully reached level 3. Congratulations.
Excuse me, DM. Does that mean Damon doesn't get to level up?
Damon did a really cool role playing moment and jumping ahead to get the information y'all needed to end up here in the first place. He has contributed as much as the battle did. He gets to level up too.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Dippy, not Dadley.
So, as you all wake from your rest, you see Sundial and Willow coming to you from over a dune. Both of them have kind of a tentative look on their face. Just
What?
I don't have any look on my face because I don't have a face. But okay.
I feel like Zog knows. Like, you may not have a look on your face, but Zog fucking knows there's something on.
Make an insight check, you bastard.
You know what? Yeah, you make
I'm
a good point.
insight checking.
I'm
Zog.
deceptioning this right now.
Yeah,
This
you
is
make
gonna
a
be
good
the
point.
first time
Make an
I'm gonna
insight-
deceive him.
Make an insight versus deception if you were really truly trying to hide what you've done.
God
Quinlan.
damn it. What'd you get?
5.
For it's a 5 for Zog. It's a +5 for your insight.
Oh yeah.
For your
thank you so
insight?
much.
God damn.
Nice.
So that's a 23.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't mean
23.
that.
12.
12.
Sundial, what did you
Didn't
do?
mean that.
Nothing.
Sundial.
Helping
Don't
fish
lie
go
to
back
me.
into. I was helping fish go back into the water.
You wouldn't look guilty. That's all you were doing.
They kept wanting to die.
Same. That's not the point right now. What did you do?
What?
He is telling the truth in these moments, but he's also not telling
He
the full
is.
truth.
That's what he was doing when I went over there.
There's more.
Something's definitely up.
Yeah, there's more to this story.
Why were you guys
No.
fishing?
Mosaic
Okay, Sundial,
got
show
really
me where you were
interested in
saving fish.
where I was saving fish. Okay.
Yeah.
Come.
Okay, and so Zog goes over.
Okay.
And does
So as
Zog
you-
see?
Does anybody
This-
else follow us?
Yeah, who all is following in the footsteps of this?
I'm just gonna go because I got nothing else. Like,
Yeah,
well,
me
no,
too.
no, I'm gonna pack up my tent. Oh, I'm just packing up the tent.
Okay, yeah.
So what does Zog see here?
Okay, wait.
Zog,
Wait,
you
before you tell him anything, I want to know
Yeah.
who's following us.
Yeah. Okay, so Damon, Zog, Quinlan. Is Willow going back or sticking around at the campsite?
I'll probably stick around at the campsite
Okay.
so that is Tesla still there?
Yeah.
Okay, so at least she's not alone.
Mhm.
There you go. So, all right,
Okay.
all the boys go off and follow.
Voice.
I will
That's
have
bad.
Zog in front with me and I'll just be like,
As you
What did
it's
come
not
over,
my fault. It's not my
you
fault.
crest over the hill. You crest over this dune, and a little bit of time has passed at this point. The first thing you notice is the 2 piles of dead fish on the riverbank, and
Sundial, did you kill these fish?
No,
the
I
next
didn't kill
thing
these
that
fish.
you
They
immediately
kept killing
notice,
themselves.
the next thing you immediately notice is a fairly medium-sized hole in the middle of this estuary of the Coleman River that you see water pouring into as it has begun to rapidly erode with the rushing river current. And you notice that this is a hole in a structure in this river, which in a normal structure of a river would of course not be happening at the moment.
Can Zog put 2 and 2 together that this is probably the tunnel from the hatch as well?
You can put 2 and 2 together that this is a tunnel
Yes.
from the hatch. You don't know if there are multiple or if this is just the
Sure.
one, but it's probably
Zog
part of
just-
that system.
Zog looks at Sundial and just like, did you break the secret tunnels?
Secret tunnel.
I was trying to put fish
Yeah.
back in the water,
Under the river.
and they hit the tunnel.
So is that a yes?
Why would you do
broke the
something
tunnel.
as stupid
I-
as that?
It wasn't my. Yes.
Son. Okay,
Yes.
that's all I needed. We don't keep secrets between
know.
you and me. We don't keep secrets. All
Okay.
right. So
Quinlan and Damon
Um,
stand behind you as you say this.
In all fairness, I keep secrets from everybody.
fair. Quinlan, do you keep any secrets? Are you a secret keeper?
I tell you what you need to know when I think you need to know it.
That's a secret keeper if I've ever fucking heard one. Okay, Sundial, me and you keep no secrets. There's too many secrets around us.
Okay.
How deep is so? The tunnel is now exposed, right? Like the tunnel
Yes.
is surface level.
You can look, if you wanted to look into it, you would have to wade through like across the top of it and look down into the hole. It's far enough
that's-
away from you that you can't just like, oh look. You would have to
That's
wade over to it and then be like, oh look.
If he decides to do that, I'll use control water to make it so he doesn't have to touch the water.
Zog swims in this shit all the time. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
He starts walking
Yeah.
right through the dead fish in the water. He puts ripples down. He's like, if you see any good snacks, fucking go for it. Like
Do you put ripples in the water or on the bank?
on the bank with all the dead fish.
On the bank. Okay. He immediately
As I'm just gonna make my way through the water, to the tube.
All right. You make your way and
The
you
two
just kinda
things, the two things I'm curious about is how big is the tube, like height wise? Like, is there
Would figure that
standing
out by
room
looking
in
into
this tube? And if I could climb in it, if how far down the tube I can see each
the
way.
hole is growing very slowly.
Oh,
so-
can I?
At some point you might be able to hop into it. At the moment it's just barely torso width, like dinner plate
Okay.
diameter.
Yeah.
But you notice chunks just like
So
Yeah.
I have an idea.
yes.
Are there any large items here?
Look around. there are
Define
lots there are
sundial.
lots of large pieces of scrap. Some of them are flat like sheets, some of them are big like old.
So this
what
is going to be
could
a
be
waste, but
considered
I did a
appliances.
natural 20 for perception.
Awesome.
I'm
You
looking
find
for something heavy.
okay. You look over and like as you're looking around, it's like no, and then you find a manhole cover
Okay.
that matches that is just slightly bigger than the diameter of the hole that has been
You just
made.
think, who throws this away?
You're not quite following me.
Seriously.
So,
Okay,
I'm
wait.
going to look at Sundial.
Mhm.
Says you're a brilliant man, and then I'm going to look at Zog.
Oh, you want to
and-
break the tunnel in even more?
I'm no man.
That's what Zog wants to do as well. Yeah.
I'm going to look at Zog, and I'm going to look at Rhys. I'm going to say,
Okay.
go back to the trap door.
Okay.
I'm going to flood them out.
Next to the manhole cover, you see what could be considered an old fridge. It's like-
Sundial,
It's a giant like cube of metal that has a latch on the front. It's almost like a safe, but
Yeah.
it has like two sections in it, like, and there's no locking mechanism. It's
now
just a
you
hand-
see where I'm going.
yeah.
Sundial, help me
Mhm.
toss this onto the thing and collapse it even further.
Sundial grabs it, picks it up over his head.
Which is very hard to do.
I have an 18
I'm
in
helping.
strength.
I'm
You have an
helping.
18 strength, but like
That means that
this
I
is
can
a
like
big-
deadlift
this
600
metal is-
pounds, my dude.
and you are approaching that weight limit with this
Okay,
single
got
object.
it.
It is very heavy to lift.
Well, I'll be helping him with
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Okay.
toss
Zog
it.
is running
So with
full
the-
sprint to the tunnel entrance.
Okay, so are you opening it up as well?
No, he's just gonna wait.
Okay.
He's going to do the
So-
assist in case he like misses it, and he's just going to dunk that bit.
With help, you both like get a hold on either end, and you're like 1, 2, and then ha, and it lands squarely on the hole, and it just like you notice the roof of this just cave in, and now both sides of this estuary are flowing into it for about 20 seconds before the water levels off on the one side, and now it's just a waterfall, and you hear the cascade growing louder, just most notably, Zog, you hear the cascade and the crumbling from where you're standing next to the trapdoor, and just standing at the trapdoor, you begin to hear the sound of a liquid flow.
Can I just say-
That's where we're at, me and Willow.
Yeah, Zog has run back to the So Willow and Tesla, you would also notice this. You see Zog running up over the hill and stopping next to the trapdoor.
Oh no.
It took all the boys all of 5 seconds before like, let's throw rocks in the river.
What's Quinlan doing
And
in this
making it
in this
worse.
situation? I feel like he's just standing there. He's just like, I didn't get invited to this party.
So
Bad.
Damon would also be standing at the riverbank to see if anyone tries to swim out there. So that's where he's gonna be.
Sundial just looks at
Okay.
Quinlan, just like, are you
Okay.
gonna go help Zog?
And he takes off.
Just
I look at
Okay.
Willow and I say, do you want to go supervise, or would you rather not know what's going on? I fear the worst.
I can assume what happened.
So
I'm gonna
I'm going to prep a little something in case we start seeing people like trying to get out through the hole.
I'm also going to ready something.
okay.
Yeah.
Ready
Well-
a
Yeah.
crossbow. Or
So-
short bow.
At this point, the tunnel is open enough, and the light is like flowing in enough, and the water's flowing in enough. You can look down into what this tunnel is, and you notice that this tunnel, where the walls end at the river bed, is not where the floor of the tunnel is. The floor of the tunnel sits about 5 or 10 more feet down from where the walls end, and the walls from the riverbed to the top of the river go like a good 5, 6, 7 feet. So this tunnel is 17 feet, or let's call it an even 20 feet tall. And looking down at where the floor of this tunnel would be, you see that the water, as it's cascading, is flowing in both directions, and there isn't enough water like gathered on the floor of this tunnel yet to make it like to cover the floor, basically. So what you immediately gather from that is this is a long ass fucking tunnel. This is not like a oh, we burrowed into the ground and then we just made a couple of little like to make like enclaves just for people to like hide in. No, this is a system that you have collapsed an essential roof for.
So the tunnel that we're at is open. We can see into it.
If you want to open it, yes, you can.
So
Zog-
what you're saying
Zog
is
made
we
no
could
mention of opening
perceive that
that.
this isn't going to flood that quickly.
It's not going to flood, no. At least not quickly. But you have exposed it. So good job on that.
Well, that was not what I was going for, but I guess at the realization of that, I would walk back to the group and kind of fill them in on what we could see.
Okay, so you walk back in. So,
Well, it's not going to be as simple as just flooding them out. This is much bigger than we thought it was.
okay, Dadley is going back to his computer because his internet is back. So
You're good.
Ignore the overlay again
You're good.
for now. Oh, I can join.
So wait, the monk is back.
What do you
I
mean?
mean, what's the character's name?
Well,
Okay, let
yes,
me
the
fix-
monk is back, and then
There we
Damon
go.
is walking back in at this point.
Okay,
that
so
fixed?
Damon, Zog, and Willow is with
Aha.
Chester.
I'm back.
All right, the overlay is fixed at least
So
for
the
the time
monkey.
being.
So
Yes. Everybody is back
Quinlan
together at this
got back first.
point. Mm-hmm.
Then we realized this thing's a lot bigger than we thought.
No. I don't want to dial in on audio.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to join on audio on my phone. Oh
It's
No
okay.
audio.
You're not
Okay,
getting
perfect.
audio.
no. Okay. No audio.
So
Good.
Tesla is going to
I would have muted you on my end if you were.
Right.
So.
look at you guys, look at the crew that's showing up. It's like, what was the plan? Just flood them out? Who are we?
That was the plan.
We don't even
I
know
guess the
who is
stream
down
doesn't
there.
not fill up a tunnel.
Well, they obviously were up to no good. So, if they die, they die.
Dippy, get rid of your dice cam.
You
Okay.
know, if you build the place underneath the river, you're gonna have some kind of, I don't know, way. Okay,
So who's up for a swim?
not me. Nope.
Not me.
Well, I hate to say it. Now that there's water in the tunnel, we're gonna get a little wet.
Walking in it is fine. My boots can handle that. But if we have to swim, or if I'm gonna get wet up to my knee, you guys gotta not act first and think later. You gotta switch those two.
I was curious as what was gonna happen. That's all.
Okay, so what happened? You
Well, what happened was we're gonna get wet.
Well, we made a sewer line.
Essentially, that is what has happened here.
Mm-hmm. Either way,
Shall we go for a swim?
Well.
If
If it
anybody
isn't the
doesn't wanna get
consequences of your actions.
well,
That's
at
just
first
gonna
I
shake
didn't
her
think that
head
was
and-
gonna happen. I was just like, that'd be funny, and then it's like, nope, it did.
Were you betting that the roof of this tunnel was going to be like metal and it was
Yeah,
just going to
something like
bounce?
that. It was just gonna bounce.
Bad bet.
Yeah.
Well, and then my bet was this wasn't as big as it was, so bad. Bet
Also a
there,
bad
too.
bet.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
I guess are we going in?
Yeah.
so as
Why-
you
why
open up
are
the
we
trap
doing
door,
this?
Oop.
I thought we were gonna check out like my dude's competition. Like, what do you guys think is down there?
Or at
this
least-
tunnel is the lead to that competition.
Yes.
Yeah, because we were asked to go because they were told, the individual told us that there was kids stealing information or whatever, that trying to get, and they there to help them out or whatever, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Who took notes?
Just stealing material.
Stealing
Stealing
material.
material to help grow the inventory.
Who? we're following basically what Damon said.
No, what the shopkeeper said that was being
Yeah, what the
terrorized by these
shopkeeper said.
kids.
Right. But
you've-
I'm in character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So you guys wait.
let me put this simple for
We
you.
literally just did this last night.
So for your simple mind,
Whoa.
little kid.
Whoa, hey, buddy.
This is in character. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not
I
trying to.
know.
Okay.
Right.
That was also in character. It's like, oh,
Simple mind. We're
start walking
followed
away,
bad
seeing
kid
the rage.
back to your bad people.
Tesla's face.
Okay. First off, I know you
Zog.
don't know me. We've
Your
just
new elf
met.
friend's about to
but
die.
we're gonna pull that back here. I'm pretty sure I can understand quite a few bigger concepts than that you're aware of. I'm just wondering why we need to like How come you're the one that's following this random kid, like, or person, whoever? Like, how do we know that you're not with them?
Well, first off, I came with you here.
Yeah, but I've only known you for a little bit, so
Secondly, I don't care anything about your piddly problems. I'm just following the fairy here.
uh-huh. All right, fairy.
And why were you following us? You never answered that.
Reasons.
I would like to know these reasons.
Well,
Entertainment, I guess.
yeah.
Am I that entertaining?
You're strange.
That's
that
a
is for
creepy
sure.
answer, man.
Okay.
Again, I don't see why we need to follow his word, but I guess that's what we're doing.
We follow his word because I beat him in arm wrestling and we're friends now.
Not supposed to tell anyone that.
Zog,
We're yeah.
what did I say about making friends and making strangers your friends and bringing them home?
We wouldn't be friends if I didn't do that.
Oh,
And
No, that-
Sundial just looks at you. It's just like,
I want to be friends with Sundial if I didn't do that. All my friends
That's-
are strangers before we're friends.
You got lucky with him.
And I got lucky with Damon.
just call me a demon.
Damon.
I said Damon. Right?
Sundial uses
know what?
prestidigitation to clean the wax out of not Damon's ears.
I hope for your sake you're right. That's she just starts walking down the hole, goes down underneath the trap door
Yeah,
part.
as
did.
the trap door was opened, you coming not just from the sound off in the distance of the water falling into this tunnel, but you hear the flowing of the water, like from the direction of the entrance to the hole of the entrance of this trap door,
Mhm.
as it like travels downwards ever so slightly, into what was darkness, but you now see like rays of sunlight pouring from one direction, like steadily, like of what you can now see is a T junction at the bottom of this ramp, which comes out at this trapdoor.
Okay.
So
Question on everyone's mind: which way do we go first?
I think we split the party.
Oh,
yeah,
No.
I'm all for that.
Agree.
No.
I'm for splitting the party.
Hey, gang, let's
No.
split
Of
up
course
and
you
look
are.
for clues.
Sundial looks at the ground and tries to figure out where the water is flowing quickest to.
At the oh, okay. As you see the water, like, and there is a small, like, it's like water pooling on the side of a road headed towards like a drainage inlet.
I too would like to
It's-
do a survival or investigation check for the.
That'll
the
be a
direction.
17 for investigation,
17
and
investigation.
survival would just be 13 if you want me to do that. But yeah,
I am going
Is
to
that the
lick my
same number
fingers.
on the die for
that's the
either
same
check?
number. So whatever you wanted me to do, but investigation would have been better.
Okay, Zog.
I'm just gonna lick my finger and be like that way, but really I'm just waiting for whatever Sundial says.
But yeah, I would like to do a roll.
You're gonna
of
be like, I
Go ahead.
concur.
If you would like to
What do you want me to roll?
go for investigation or survival, whichever one is better for you. Looking at your sheet, it looks like investigation's better for you.
I
Okay,
put a bit
how
of
do-
string in the water to see which way it's flowing towards.
It's visibly flowing, like it's
Ouch,
like
that hurts.
puddling and ouch, what hurts? What'd you get?
That one, I'm guessing, right?
No,
4.
but it's not much better. I got a 4 plus 4.
4. 8.
Rough.
Mm.
Eek. Water runs.
Yeah. So as you're looking, you see like along one side of this tunnel, you see the water like pooled up and flowing along where the wall meets the floor, and it is flowing because the waterfall is coming from the left. This water is flowing to the right. You would need to go to the waterfall to see where either more water would be going or where it would be going faster. But it seems as if looking the other direction of this T-junction, there is a plug. It looks like there's either a plug or a wall or a door. If you're looking where the water is flowing past this T-junction, looks like there's something where the water is pooling and flowing under a crack to continue in that direction.
So Tesla is a little preoccupied and mumbling to herself. Just like, damn, small mind, I will shove my small foot up his. And
Thank you.
Just
and start heading in the opposite direction, because if I'm going to build a tunnel, I'm sorry, I have to be smart about this. I can't. If I'm going to build something underneath the water, I'm going to want to be up high. So she's going to go to the right, I think, or to the where it's coming from.
okay, so it's okay. Did not illustrate this properly.
Okay.
At the T-junction, if you are looking from where you are standing, the wall where the T-junction like is just a wall. It is flowing from the left, from your left to your right.
Okay, she's gonna go left.
Okay, and that would be towards the waterfall. So you all see like Tesla mumbling, leading the way, mumbling, turns left and continues to walk, and you all kind of like peek around.
I got a 17. Did that tell me anything differently? Like where it would have been better to go, or if it was better for me?
17 would tell you that, like, 17 would tell you the same thing of like, you can see that the water is kind of pooling and puddling if you off to the right, and it's flowing under a crack to continue. But a 17 would tell you that because there's a crack in the wall, there's probably a door there. And that door might have writing on it. And if with a 17, you basically get the same but more detailed.
Okay.
Like, it was not a very hard DC.
To understand, there's a door somewhere where
there's a door very close to.
I think we need to go in the door.
Yeah,
looking to the right.
We need to go in the door. Is Tesla
looking
going
to the right,
towards the door?
There is a door. Tesla is going towards the waterfall right now.
Go towards the door.
Yeah, there's a door.
There's is still focused on the previous conversation.
Yeah.
So you have to get her attention.
She's just
Sundial
like,
just goes to the door.
Hey, Tesla, Miss Genius, there's a door over here.
As you like perk up, Tesla, you look and you see the water flowing above you. Like, you stopped just a couple of feet away from this cascading waterfall, and it was only that comment and the wind of the water falling, like blowing against your face, that picks your attention back up. You turn around and see everybody heading towards a door in the opposite direction that you went.
I just look at Tesla door.
Well, fine, and starts walking back.
Yeah.
So Damon is gonna kind of step off out of the way and wait until Tesla walks by and then start chuckling.
As he waits,
you can make a
be like, you need
stealth.
to go check that door.
You can make a stealth check to hide that chuckle if you want.
I will.
But it'll be at disadvantage, and Tesla will get a perception check. Actually, I'll just use Tesla's passive perception if this check is low enough.
It was a 17 and a 14.
14. What's your passive, Tesla?
My passive. Well, you found it first, so there it is.
Yeah, I forgot that I had your sheet pulled up here. As you walk past,
13.
as you walk past, you can't help but hear just something else. But door. There you go. You're
Okay.
so. Now I would like a marching order because you were all kind of in the tunnel that we wanted to get to.
Sundial is
the last time.
heading everyone. I guess Sundial's in the front.
Zog's probably hanging out in as far back as he can.
That's
Just
where
kinda like-
Damon is.
Damon, front. You need to go check that
Damon's in
door.
the back.
You need to check that door.
No, Damon is not checking that door.
Why do you want Damon to check the door?
He's
Quinlan's
broke.
going to be near the front, and he's
Oh,
just going
yes.
to check the door.
Yeah,
Hold on, is
everybody's
there any-
bickering about who needs to check the door.
Is there any
Quinlan
writing on the door?
You don't know. You're in the back.
Yeah.
Don't-
Is there any
let me do a
writing on the door?
perception
Everyone
Can
is like-
Sundial read?
standing on either side of a door of this door, bickering about it. Quinlan just goes up. Do you? And you're just checking the handle.
Does the door
gonna-
say
I'm gonna-
treasure?
I'm going to do an inspection or, investigation
Treasury.
All right. What do you want to
See-
inspect?
to see if there's any
Treasury.
like writing on the
Reverie.
door or obvious traps.
Maybe
Any
not so
indication that
obvious
this
traps.
is not a door to screw with.
Hmm.
The mimic.
Okay, so that's
And-
3 things you're checking. This is all increasing the DC.
Bad.
Finally, just baseline to see if it's locked.
That would be obvious from testing the handle. So checking 3 things on an investigation. Go ahead and roll. I have a DC
All
for
right.
I
you.
will give him advantage.
This
Oh.
I know Tesla is probably somewhere between
Because I'm like,
Damien and
David.
Zog.
Oh, Quinlan.
Quinlan.
Okay. Check. Did you roll with advantage?
It's a good thing you gave me advantage,
Thank God.
What was the first
but
thing?
it didn't help.
Oh no.
Damn it.
What did you get?
I got a 1 and a 2.
Oh no.
Quinlan.
So what's the grand total? From a 2.
For an investigation,
Yeah.
2.
No bonus?
I
Just gotta-
always think
I like to
Quinlan
think
is
that
so
Quinlan
smart
just, like,
because of the
came up.
accent.
I like to think that Quinlan came up, kicked the door, solid.
Yeah. so, yeah. So that's option 1. The other option is they're all bickering about who wants to check the door. You just walk up and you just look at the handle and give it a jiggle. For one thing, it's locked. But for another thing, nothing immediately went off, when you jiggle the handle. So maybe that's something.
Looks safe.
You look at it, you give the door like an up and down look. It's a little dark. You can't make anything out right away. All you know at this moment is that it's locked.
I don't have access to my character sheet. Someone who does, can you tell me if I have access to?
Oh,
I think there's see good and evil, something like that.
Let me.
sorry. I had Zog's character sheet up. It's actually a 4.
4. Beautiful.
I have something like good and evil, seeing good and evil. Or something, right?
Features, divine domain, tempest domain.
I should be under my
4?
spells.
4 would go
Oh.
from what I just described to you look a little longer at the top of the door and a little longer at the bottom of the door. Still nothing.
You do not have anything that allowed you to tell the difference between good and evil within your spells.
I don't have that. Okay,
No.
never mind.
Okay, so does he tell us it's locked?
Yeah.
You can
All right,
hear
so
that it's
Damon
locked
would-
because of how loud he jiggles the handle.
Damon would crack his knuckles. I guess it's a
Can
good
I
thing
just
I'm here.
cast Thunder Wave and just break the door open?
I was literally about to do that with my fist on the door.
'Cause I'm just
To
annoyed
answer
by
your
Damon.
question without giving you an action, yes, you could.
You're not
Maybe.
gonna let Damon do his
No,
thing.
because you didn't want to.
Yeah. So
Well, I'm
like,
making it clear I want to now.
I'm just gonna wave everybody to stand back.
Mhm.
I like to
Wait,
think
wait,
that
wait,
Sundial is just like right there, and he's just gonna be like
wait.
looking at
No,
you.
shut up, Damon. I want to see how hard he hits.
I have thieves' tools. I can unlock the door.
Okay, so can he with a fist, maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen him do it yet.
With the way
Sundial's like
he's
literally
rolling, he
hasn't
probably
moved
has
out of the
hand.
way. He's just standing there looking like really close.
So, Damon, do you like get my attention and tell me I can open the
I'm
door?
actively saying this out loud. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna turn, look at you dead in the eye. All right. One chance, then I break it, and I move out of your way.
All right. Make a
I am-
thieves tools check. for
I
me,
am
please.
in Damon's ear being like, I want to see him break the door down. Don't fucking do this. Can I give him disadvantage?
What
Can
do
you
I add
give
to
him
it?
disadvantage?
Can I talk enough shit?
Can you give him a D4 of disinspiration?
Can I get not guidance?
Can I unbless his ass?
Intimidate.
What in the world?
So what do I? What are my modifiers for? it?
Okay, what did you roll first?
An 18.
18. That's your total for your roll?
That's just the dice roll.
Okay, that's just the dice roll.
God.
Okay, so
What is it?
typically thieves tools is if you're proficient with them, you add proficiency, and if you're not proficient with them,
It's just your
regardless of whether
dexterity.
you're proficient with them or not, you use your dexterity modifier.
23.
23. Zog, if you're talking shit,
I just want to see him do it. Damon.
And I
Damon,
do
don't
have
be good.
I have expertise in thieves' tools.
God damn.
What?
So you double
you
your
have
proficiency?
expertise in thieves tools,
Yes.
Another
so you
2.
double your proficiency, you add 2 more.
So my
25?
plus 3
Oh,
plus
it's
2. So
not.
no, 2 more. So yeah, add 4 because I didn't add
Your proficiency
Proficiency the first
beforehand?
time.
the first time.
God damn.
So 27.
God
I
damn.
like
And
to
expertise. Zog,
I like to imagine with how high that roll is. Zog's talking shit. Damon isn't looking at the lock. He's making eye contact with Zog.
yeah. So you can. So yeah, Damon, you start talking shit. Damon looks at you without looking away from the lock, and you hear a.
Damon.
And
Damon.
it just opens.
Nobody's
like-
looking on the other side of the door. What the fuck is
Yeah, nobody is looking at you.
Who's
As I
just mad
keep
at
hitting the
each
side
other?
of the face, as I'm still just staring at Zog, my thieves' tools coming out of the door.
I like to think that it's a
And the
little
door-
cooler than that. Like the door unlocks and then you just let your thieves tool like slip
The door
out
just-
as it just
Yeah,
opens.
that's
Yeah.
that's good.
So the door falls away from your thieves' tools. This is so.
What's on the other side?
This is so fucked. Let me roll a d100 just for the hell of it.
For keys.
I didn't have anything planned here, but this is so fucked.
Okay, cool. You didn't have to say that you didn't have anything planned.
I don't
I really
I don't
didn't.
necessarily
It was
like
just,
that.
It's just a door. but because of nobody is paying attention.
You didn't check for traps either before you opened it up. You just got mad.
No, we did. We
No,
checked
we
for
didn't.
traps.
Well,
They rolled
I
a 2.
I
They
checked.
rolled
He
that
didn't
true.
check
They
well.
didn't.
It didn't work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He checked. I was trusting that he checked. This is why I don't trust people.
Kicking
Okay.
the door was the test
Okay.
for traps.
Okay.
I
no
love it.
trap was triggered. So
Got it. Cool.
Okay.
I
So
forgot that
I
This
part.
is why I have daddy issues.
I rolled a d100 just for shits and giggles of it.
Okay.
There's gonna be something on the other side of the door now.
Okay. What's the giggle here?
Okay.
Because of how low I rolled. As you're all looking at each other and bickering, you hear just a small what coming from the other side of the door,
Get him.
and you see,
Instantaneously.
and you all like look. Standing before you is what looks to be a half elf, but the other half is orc. So half elf, half orc.
Sundial, sick 'em.
Just standing there with a mop
Oh my
and a
God.
bucket. Just standing there with a mop and a bucket.
Oh.
And he
Oh.
has like just a little janitor's cap on and what looks like just a little uniform with a little insignia on a button attached just below his lapel, which looks like, and I had this drawn, covering up the one that it doesn't look like, which looks like this.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Dippy.
I know what that is.
So
Yes, you do.
Dippy.
And he is just standing there, mop in hand, bucket at base of mop, and he's just like,
There's a spill
What?
and he's cleaning it up. Dippy.
Tesla
Real
walks
quick.
up to him and says, "Hi there."
Dippy.
Yes.
Sundial's gonna look this man up and down. Does he have keys on him?
keys.
Because he's a janitor.
Make a perception check.
As a man that
to
used to
see
be
if
a
he has
janitor.
keys.
Tesla is engaging conversation.
Yeah. Investigation
What'd
or
you get?
perception?
Either one.
Okay. Investigation is going to be better. That's going to be a 23, my good man.
23.
Yeah.
Okay, Tesla. We're gonna act out Tesla first, though.
Okay.
Go ahead. What you just what?
She walks right up to him because she recognizes the emblem and goes, "Hi there. I'm Tesla Fassbender. Who are you?"
Ooh.
I'm
Aw.
not supposed to talk to you. And he like turns around. He
I punch
doesn't
him in the
move.
back
He
of the
just
head.
turns around. And he just like picks the mop out of the bucket and he's just like
Oh, okay, he's not being.
just
he's not running
nervously
away.
humming. As he turns around, Sundial,
Yes.
you hear and you look to his waist and his belt and you see a ring with 7 keys on it.
Fantastic.
Um,
Can
I
I
walk
use
up. Oh.
shape water to make a thing of water come up and grab the keys?
No.
It's
Okay,
not
then
That
can I take
that
a-
would be the job of an arcane hand, not
Okay,
shape
then
water.
can I use a little bit of mold earth from my own body to make a little hand and
Sick him, son.
Donald, I love you so much. Let's just let
or get real creative and just or that or I can just be like,
Thanks, Wences,
I'll
for
let
the
you do it
bit.
for
Thank
one
you.
inspiration point. I'll let you do it for 2 inspiration points.
Okay.
Wences,
Thank you for the
cheering
bits.
100.
I can't see who it is because I'm far away.
thank you.
It's Wences the DM.
Wences,
Thank you
yep.
for the 100
Thank
bits.
you.
Thank you, my dude. He's a fantastic man.
I'll let you do it for 2 inspiration points. Do you have 2 inspiration points?
Do I have 2 inspiration points? I don't know. Let me check my notes here. I currently have 0 inspiration points.
Oh no, I will not let this happen.
Fantastic.
Right now. That is
Then
very
no, I won't.
creative.
Then I'll just look
but-
at Damon and just be like, keys.
I
Just say it out loud. Tesla.
I
let's
mean,
play-
I think I have like 1 volume.
right.
Unless
Yeah,
I'm
I
humming.
think
What are you doing in response to him turning around?
right next there to him.
Mhm.
I would like to use use her charisma, which isn't very much, but still, like, she's in business. I don't know
Mhm.
why her charisma's so low. I gotta fix that somehow.
Can I?
And try and engage and talk to him, even though he said he shouldn't.
Can I redcon
And
me going to Damon and
possibly-
instead go to Willow?
Can you hear me?
Sorry, I can hear
Yes.
you. I just wanted real quick and say to Willow, can you get those keys? Or
Looking
keys.
to Willow instead of to
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just be like keys.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Continue, Gears. Sorry. to interrupt.
Thank you. And engage and talk to him, and then I want to do a kind of sleight of hand as well as distracting with conversation and
Mhm.
say, introduce herself. I am Tesla Fassbender. I realize that you probably shouldn't talk to me because we're in competition with each other, but at the same time, I'm wondering, do you like your job? Do you like your job? Do you does it pay well? Do you get treated well?
He slows down and stops as you continue with this.
Okay.
And he looks to you with the most confused look on his face. You swear he almost looks scared that you're even mentioning this right now. So what's the sleight of hand going for?
Keith.
Yeah, because you are conversating him up, because of the circumstances, I will let you make a sleight of hand, sure. And I like that a lot. That's going to be at advantage.
Okay.
Go right ahead. Because of the conversation, the distraction, and all that, yeah.
Sweet. I think I get, so where's the slide? There it is. Good advantage.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh shit. Let's hope the next one's better. Okay. 14.
14.
We also got posture check.
Okay. Let me just.
Oh.
On couch. I don't know how much posture check I can do at the moment.
I'm on the floor, so
That's fair.
You said you got a 14?
I did. It should be on the screen. I did a digital 14.
Ah. Oh, yes, you did. Okay. Let me lock that so I can see those.
It's a good thing you got advantage.
He kind of like looks at you still holding the mop, and you like reach down and you just like ding, like pinch the keys, and you just like give him a little bit of a yoink.
Okay.
And he kind of like brings his left hand off the mop and like smacks on his butt like you goosed him a little. And he's just like, what was that? What are you doing to me? Why are you talking to me right now?
I put my other hand on his shoulder, and
yeah,
you know, you look like you're underpaid and underappreciated. Like, do you just mop? Like you're working underneath the tunnel of a river, and I don't understand. Why are you here? Like, this is not a place for you to be.
I'm just the maintenance. I'm just the maintenance guy. I just like guy brought me on to take care of these tunnels. He didn't tell me why. He said he'd pay me. He gave him a first bit of pay last week, and it came through. Like it was a fair bit of money. So like
Well, you're obviously not maintaining them very well. There's a big hole in the tunnel back there.
What?
Yeah,
What
do
are
you have
you
an extra
talking?
like wet floor sign that we can put down for you?
He turns back around to look at the group again, and then like looks past the group at the giant cascade of water that is now entering into the other side of this tunnel, and he just looks at all of you and he's like, what are you doing here? Why are you doing this to me?
Look. Here, how about this? Okay. You leave now. We will patch up the hole. You will just deniability. You have no idea what happened. I am going to, you are my employee now.
I'm pretty sure I know what happened.
And you never saw us.
Sundial just looks at this man and just goes, "You do not know who we are. You never saw us."
I need both Damon and Sundial to roll intimidation checks against each other, please.
Oh, wow.
That would be a 21.
21?
Well, that'd be better than my 17.
17? He looks to Damon, who says his thing, and then he looks to Sundial, who says his thing, and he just goes even wider-eyed, and you swear you see a little like darkening liquid pattern on his pants, and he just like looks at the both of you, and he's just like, I'm not cut out for this kind of thing. I'm just gonna go and like.
You certainly are not cut out for this job. You should retire. Go find yourself a happy job gardening.
Take the day off. Take the load off. It's been a very stressful day. Obviously,
Take the load out of your pants.
It's a little above your pay grade. You probably need
he looks to you, and he's like, look, can you pay me more than 20 gold a week?
I pull out my.
This is above table.
I pull out my pocket of holding. I toss him 20 gold and said, "You never saw us."
he like catches the 20 gold that you toss him, and he's just like, I wasn't talking to you, but thank you. And looks back to Tesla expecting an answer. Over table, yes, this is the real offer that guy gave him to be the janitor of these tunnels.
Why? That sounds like too much, but maybe we can talk
I
economics.
mean, look at
later.
what he's having to
Much
clean up.
because
He's
it
got
does
all this
sound like too
flooding
much.
that he's got to fix now.
But
Okay. Zog
he's
is Zog's getting frustrated with this, and he's casting command on him.
Oh no.
Ooh.
No,
Oh, no.
What's the command?
Leave!
Actually, wait. He makes the save first. He
Yes.
doesn't make the save.
Zog just looks at him and goes, leave! Get out of here!
And he's just like,
Go!
okay. And he just hears that, and immediately like you say leave, and he goes okay, and he just like runs at full speed past all of you up the tunnel where you came from, out the trap door, out of sight.
It's just
And
that
he's
scene of
gone.
Airbud.
You swear that he you know the cartoon effect where there's like the cloud where he was once standing
Yes.
and the mob is
Yes.
just like spinning in place? It does that, and the mob just kind of like stands for a bit, and then it just
Can I
like,
catch the mop?
you do, and it just like and you look
Zog,
to your compatriots.
all right, Zog looks at everyone, and this is the first time like you've seen Zog mad outside of combat, where he's like, that was the janitor! He held us up for 10 minutes!
He held you up for like 2, maybe.
it was 30 seconds, and I was trying to have a conversation with him, and everyone was interrupting me. But you know what? You
Did
guys
anyone
do
get the
your
keys?
thing, and she steps aside and lets everyone go by.
We should have taken his clothing.
What?
Because we could have gone in disguise.
This poor guy just wanted a 9 to 5!
You are a giant collection of rocks. What are you going to disguise?
You just call my friend a rock?
There's some shade going down here. I don't know how I feel about this.
You're fine, Pipsqueak.
I'm
Let's go.
not the one
Don't
that
yell
would
at my
be
new
in
friend like that.
disguise.
Excuse me, Pipsqueak.
I'm sorry, Pipsqueak.
You said you followed her because she was interesting, and now you're insulting her.
I insult everybody.
That's not an excuse.
What?
No, it's not. It's an explanation.
No,
And
it's
a
not
crap
an
one.
explanation. That has nothing to do with your. Why?
This episode has gone off the rails.
Time out. Time out. I feel like
I
I've lost.
genuinely think we're at the 2-hour mark. Do y'all want to take a quick break?
Let's do an intermission.
Yeah, we're gonna go take a break, guys.
Podcast listeners, thank you for listening to the first part of this episode. Come back next week for the next. Love y'all, and see y'all in the next one.
All right.
Until next time.
I'm not ready.
Hello. Hello. How are y'all? Oh man, welcome to part 2
Yeah.
of this episode. So yeah,
Well, we stressed out the DM.
Yeah.
I was the one that was stressed, and apparently
April
it
Fools,
was for no good
motherfucker, we
reason.
got you.
Right?
Ugh.
You got me.
You thought we were
You got
mad
me.
at each other. Nah, we
Yeah.
fooled you.
I'm fooling. All right. I'm gonna write in my notes. Group likes to stress DM.
Isn't that every D&D campaign
Yeah.
though?
Like, the greatest sport of all time is making your DM rip their hair out, but yet still
Yeah, I was gonna
continuing a
say,
friendship.
Dippy, how many times have we fucked Dono over on his stream?
True.
Yeah.
True. I
It's my
didn't think
favorite
that I
pastime
was a
now.
big proponent of that, but like if I have, then I
Maris
guess
sure
I'm getting
is.
Yeah,
I
Maris
was gonna
is.
say, it's not a D&D campaign unless the DM is stressed.
Yeah. True. True.
I'm
Okay.
not stressed. I'm stressed.
Yeah. I'm stressed.
It's just
All right.
it's like,
Coming
this
back.
isn't stress. This is just how
So-
I am all the time.
So the group was bickering
No.
to each other in a tunnel, in a cave. To summarize from the last podcast episode, the group was bickering in a tunnel after making the janitor fucking peace out because
he peed
everybody
himself.
was trying to show off their moves, and it was all too much for the poor young janitor and for the poor young DM. So,
I got the moves like Jagger.
oh my god.
Boom, copyright strike.
Oh,
Podcast over.
POS, we're over.
We're
All right.
done. You know, Maroon 5, they're all like that. I
They're
guess.
all douchebags.
Oh, yeah.
All 5 of them.
Especially Adam Levine. All 5 of Maroon 5.
And they're really not that good.
Oh, mm.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, Monk, how does it feel that you have matching tattoos to Adam Levine now that I look at your arm?
What?
You and Adam Levine have very similar tattoos.
You know what? Mine are anime. They are my fandom. Shut your freaking mouth before I then smack that grin off your face.
Oh god.
Ooh, we ain't
Monk's
really
gonna go
Not
plus
me to
ultra on my
stress
ass.
it.
Getting back
Let's
into
keep
things.
the,
We're
let's
going
keep the
right off the
picker
bat.
in game, okay?
Getting right back in. Getting right back in.
Oh, sorry.
Come at me, Mr. Clean.
Ooh.
I'll be right
All
behind
right,
you.
I'm gonna have to back up Monk on this one because I'm going there myself.
Oh my
Don't
god.
come
Hey,
for the bald.
hey, this is a choice. Thank you very much.
This
Mine's
is your
not.
response every time I make fun of you.
So, in the distance, as you are all kind of bickering with each other, you hear a noise that I'm trying to find. Where did it go? I literally just there it is.
I hear noise, everybody.
Of a loud, creaking metal plate moving on chains.
Mm.
I don't like that.
It's enough to stop some of you in your tracks. If one of you wants to finish cap off the roleplay moment.
I love the idea that we're all yelling at each other. We hear this, and
I'm-
all of us just turn.
Yeah, we all
I'm,
Dog.
I'm going to hold up a finger, slap my quarterstaff into its holster on my back,
Mm.
and draw the chain whip or my
Mhm.
rope dart.
Yeah.
Just before everyone stops, Tesla looking at Damon goes, and another thing.
And then everything is quiet.
As I
Right.
slowly pull my daggers.
Zog is getting his axe out. Oh, I can load up my character sheet again. I actually don't remember what weapon Zog has.
There we go.
I'm still new to the character.
As you listen down the hallway, you hear another noise.
I swear to God, if it's another fucking janitor.
Of chains being dragged along the floor. And as they approach,
Zog. Zog, I don't know if this is the correct time, but I don't think Tessa's thinking straight. I said that we should take the janitor's clothes, and she thought I was going to be the one in the clothes.
I don't. Sundial, I appreciate everything about you. Now it's not the time for this.
I said I don't know if this is the time.
It's not. I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know that. I'm answering that question.
All right. To
We
the
just-
people who are not
Um,
Zog and Sundial, I need y'all to make very quick perception checks to see if there's anything in your surroundings, any place in your surroundings for you to duck into to hide.
I would
14.
like to have my, I guess, familiar, my contraption to do the
Mhm.
perception.
19.
19. Your familiar's perception, I believe, is at advantage because of its construct nature.
Okay, so I just roll it twice.
Yeah. And take the higher number of the two.
Okie dokie.
I'm crashing, guys.
Go get some monster.
That's what I'm downing energy drink.
Get a
I'm right now.
monster.
What do I add for perception?
For
Wisdom.
let me look at your character sheet. You 3.
Okay.
Add 3.
I got, okay, so that first roll. Okay, so higher is 14 of the two.
14. I got a 14. I got a 19. Quinlan and Willow, you could both make one as well.
And I had gotten 14 as well.
14.
18.
18. Willow and Damon, your danger presence is heightened at the sound of these chains being dragged along this floor. You're both looking around and you're like, huh, where do we go? Where do we go? What do we do? Both of you immediately swoop over to a fork in the tunnels. A small one, but a fork nonetheless. That looks like it has it looks like a nook big enough for a few of you to scamper into. And it basically looks like the nook where the previous janitor was keeping his cleaning supplies
Oh shit.
for this sector. Sector. An 18 and a 19 would notice this before a 14 would. So, Tesla and Quinlan, you both end up looking at each other like, oh shit, we're fucked. But Willow and Damon, you both can you can direct the people where they need to go.
Bet a couple more. Come on.
Follow. How big does it sound?
Big does what sound? The chains?
The whatever might be dragging the chains. Is there footprints?
Oh, you hear
Okay. So
just at the end of the hallway,
giant.
and you duck into the nook.
Oh yeah.
Does everybody try to duck into the nook?
And I see Damon motioning.
I mean,
I'm gonna motion for Sun and Zog to go that way as well, and make sure they go. And I'm gonna take up the rear.
As all this is happening,
Oh no! Did the
cast blast.
bless? How many creatures
I
can
get-
you affect with a first level casting?
If well, I have second spells after the
Second level.
up.
Do you want to
gonna
do
do
it
it-
at second level?
I'm doing it at second level, and I can do 4. So it's going. Fuck! I have to leave somebody out, which sucks.
Plus yourself
Am
out.
I-
So I'm gonna make
yeah,
it
I'm
easy
leaving
on
myself
you.
out.
I'm gonna make it easy on you. As all this is going on, as I'm hiding, I'm going to touch my chest and cast invisibility, so you no longer
Oh,
see me.
okay. So yeah, I'm gonna cast bless on Sundial, Quinlan, Willow, and Gearsparks. So all y'all can add 1d4. To
And that's
attack.
on. Is that
It's
attacks
pretty
and
much on-
saves?
It's pretty much on anything, if I'm being honest. Bless, whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw. All right, so yeah, attacks and saves.
You would need guidance for checks.
Yes, so attacks and saves.
And
Just
guidance
the
only
cleric
also only
version.
works on one
Yeah.
person at a time.
Yeah. So
Okay, but a D4 on attacks and save, depending on
Yeah.
how this goes. There you go. Okay. So you hear it coming closer. And you hear a loud, long snort.
Can we see what it is?
As you're ducking around the corner, the last few people who would be ducking into the corner could get a peek, like a very short glance. Who would
Sure.
be, because
Oh,
Sundial and Zog were being pushed in first, and
Okay.
then
They were
Tesla
being
and-
pushed in.
I thought we were being pushed in last. Like
Yeah,
we were
because
the
we were,
last
like,
to
the
go.
last
Y'all were
The
being
last
pushed in.
two in
Okay.
front of me.
Okay,
So it's
so
probably
me.
Zog
Zog,
and Reed.
Sundial,
Yeah.
Zog, Sundial, and Quinlan.
Yep.
You would be looking down the hallway just in time to see a large, bulky, buff arm with a chain wrapped around it, and coming off of his hand, dragging along the floor, coming around the corner, and two bull's horns extending from the front of a head forwards and up, and a long cow-like snout with a ring hanging from the septum. As you hear the snort, and just as you turn the corner and he turns the corner, you just barely catch a glimpse of a blood red eye.
Mhm.
And you are in the corner and you are hiding. Damon, you are invisible. I will give you the opportunity in this moment if you want to peek around and look.
I was gonna ask to do that. Yeah.
You can make a stealth check with advantage because you are invisible if you want to look.
Take the 18. 25.
25. No problem at all. You're just taking a peek. So you just like standing before you, walking before you at the far end of this hallway is a 7'3" hulking, massive minotaur with two chains, each one wrapped up the arm to a length and connecting to his pauldrons on his shoulders. A basic harness, dark brown, slicked black with oil fur or hair, a blood red right eye, and a normal looking bovine brown eye. The one tip of his horns is cracked, the other one is normal. The ring on his septum is it looks like a swirling Damascus-like mix of silver and gold. And he's just like, as he walks with a large gait, and he drags the chains behind him. The chains extending up his arms is about 5 feet. About 5 more feet of chain drags behind him on both sides. And he is just like looking down this tunnel, and he stops like a third of the way down it and just looks. And he's just like, wait. And he stops. And he just looks and grunts. I know I heard some fine pieces down here. You'd better come out and show yourselves, or else the boss isn't gonna be too happy. Well, answer me! Me!
Zog pops out. I'm serious. Zog jumps out. And he's like, why are you being so loud?
Who the hell are you, boy?
Zog Ferryman. I was traveling through these waters. There's a break in your pipe. And I was like, what the fuck is this pipe doing down here? And I poked my head down. He had some janitor crying, being a hissy, and ran the fuck out of here like a bitch. What the hell is all this?
Make a deception check. and a
Okay.
persuasion check, both with disadvantage.
Both with disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Alright,
would like to make that a straight roll
With
with
what?
my clockwork
How?
ability.
What is that?
Features
I
and
would
traits.
like
Let me see
to-
here. Restore
using an
balance.
eight-
Wait, are
Restore
you talking-
balance.
Okay.
Your connection to the plane of absolute order allows you to equalize chaotic moments. Now, when a creature you can see within 60 feet of you is about to roll a d20 with advantage or disadvantage, you can use your reaction to prevent the roll from being affected. Now, by
Okay.
advantage or disadvantage,
Alright.
you can use this
So you
feature.
can change one of those
Yeah.
rolls to a
I can
straight
actually
roll.
use it twice.
You can change both of those rolls to straight rolls.
Okay, so we're gonna do deception first.
Okay, yeah, go
Don't
for
fail
it.
me. Don't
It is
fail
a
me.
straight roll.
Okay, deception is a 16.
Total, okay?
Yeah, total. And then
The first
persuasion.
moment of this, he just looks at you and he's just like furrowed his brow and cocked his head like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And then make your persuasion check.
Persuasion's pretty. Persuasion's a solid 22.
22. So your grand total between the two is 16 plus 22, yes?
Yes.
Making a total of 38.
38. Yep.
Son of a bitch. I had the DC at a 35 combined.
Damn.
So he looks at you, and just remind me, you mentioned that a pipe was broken and you wanted to know what was going on, and the janitor ran out in a hissy fit.
Yes.
And he kind of like looks at you, and just with one more long grunt, he just goes, and he slouches his form, and the chains kind of like fall out of like clenched fists. They're still wrapped around his arms, but he just lets them fall. And he's just like, brings his hand up to his head and face. Are you telling me that you came down here because Terry was having another one of his crybaby attacks?
Oh, I came down here because of the broken pipe. I met Terry is his name. Yeah, no, he was throwing some kind of hissy fit.
Terry, I wouldn't be fucking surprised if Terry was the one who broke that goddamn pipe. Well, I appreciate your concern, but let me be 100% clear with you. You need to leave right now. I
Alright,
do appreciate your concern. And then he looks behind you at the waterfall cascading.
And
then he looks at you, dead as a nail, and just is staring at you. He was convinced. And now he's staring at you, waiting for what you're going to say next.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't know how to get out of here now with the water being so heavy.
He just looks at you and he's like, there's a tunnel behind you to your left.
Alright,
I recommend that. Now leave. And you hear the leave just like, leave, reverberate down the tunnel.
I am. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do, and this is silly, but this is Zog, and also just Bradley as a player.
By the way,
Yeah.
small pause. Damon, you have watched all of this, and you've noticed a shift in this Minotaur's demeanor. He was hyped, strong, ready to kill, but with Dadley's explanation, he has gone to lax and annoyed. Still on edge, but he is less aggressive than he was when he was coming down this way.
So,
and you can
what
make
I
a note.
wanted to- I rolled a 19 to kind
For
of.
what?
I'm I'm still invisible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and sneak over to the other side of the room and kind of position myself ready to attack if things go south.
You're getting closer to the Minotaur.
That's
to
fine.
get to sneak to the other side of the room. Is that what you're telling me, or are you telling me you're trying to get to the other side of the hallway relative to the nook you're hiding in?
I'm trying to get to an area out of the nook I'm hiding in,
Yeah.
and I kind of position myself in a place where I can attack if I have to.
What would you be attacking? Would you have anything ranged to attack with, or would you be trying to get into melee?
I've got 2 daggers in my hand. I can toss them.
You can toss those if you want. Okay, so yeah, 19. Okay. As you like kind of step out from behind the nook and just carefully tiptoe your way, you get just within your 20-foot increment of this Minotaur, just hugging against the edge of this wall, and you are waiting for something else to happen. So it continues. You need to leave now.
So as Zog's like, no, absolutely. Just like I said, saw the break. As he turns around, he is going to attempt to make it look like all right, so there's water on the ground in here as well, I'm hoping.
Yeah, you can see, because he came down. You can assume that he was coming down anyway because of water starting to pool somewhere. But now that he heard like a lot, you assume he heard a lot of yelling and an argument and like just something going down. He was coming to investigate that, and so far he has only found you, which is why he is only just convinced that all of the arguing that was happening was between you and his crybaby janitor Terry. Yeah.
So Zog's goal is that as he turns around, this is so silly. I want to attempt to pretend to slip and completely go unconscious. This is the only plan in Zog's head that he's able to stay by his friends and not blow his cover.
You want to intentionally try to knock yourself out?
I want to. Okay, Zog. Full transparency.
Yeah,
Zog wants to attempt to pretend to be knocked out, and if that doesn't work, he's willing to attempt to knock himself out.
Okay.
He wants to attempt to fake it first. Yeah.
This will take one hell of a performance roll. And because you succeeded at convincing him at first, it's a straight roll.
Okay. All right, we're going to do that one in D&D Beyond. It's important. I want everyone to be able to see it.
Yeah, everyone needs to see this, including me.
30-20.
Oh, shit.
There it is.
I see it.
Okay, so what do you say to initiate this?
He's falling. He's just like, yeah, no, absolutely. I was concerned about the whole. I'll have my fuck.
And you just whoop.
Yep.
You hit the ground, and you hit your head pretty hard against
I just thought
the
of
stone
something
floor.
that scares me about this. I really hope Sundial knows I'm pretending, but I also rolled high enough. Sundial wouldn't know I'm pretending.
Sundial.
Are you an insight check?
Please. I won't make it that high of a DC. Just make an insight check. Because you're smarter than you're smarter than a moron. So
I am smarter than a moron, but I did get a 12.
12,
which is less than my passive insight.
Dadley.
Yeah.
You got a dirty 20 on your performance. Dono got a. No, okay. It was going to be half of the performance, so 12 is fine. Okay. So son, you like look at first and you're like, and then you're like,
you've seen me do this to get out of like bar taps and shit.
You've seen this happen at least once before.
I just like instead of going like making a breath because I don't breathe, I'm just like just shake my head.
Yeah, and he's just and
they just stop everybody else
Zog,
behind me because everybody
Zog,
else is behind me.
You are still as a board and limp as a noodle in this moment, and you hear.
Do I wait?
Guitar.
Do I need to make a concentration check for bless? Because I did hit the. I don't know if you're gonna rule that as a DM.
I was gonna
That's your
say
call.
that you hit your head hard, but not hard enough to deal any damage. You can still be
Okay.
concentrating on bless.
All right.
But because you cannot see him anymore, Damon, you can see this, but because you're pretending to be unconscious, you can't. But you hear him go, "Motherfucker," and he starts to walk towards you, dragging the chains behind. Damon, you see him walking towards him just in a like, oh my God, this is so stupid kind of way. Just like walking, just like not caring, just like. And how close are you letting him get to Zog?
So I haven't seen this before, so I was just thinking I need to make an insight check.
Oh, God damn. I thought Sundown would be the only one. Fuck.
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead and make an insight
like
check.
literally put his hand
Like I
up
said,
to
the
stop
DC is half the
everyone
performance.
That's
The
in the
DC is
little
half the
crevice and just be like,
Yeah, and Damon's not in the crevice.
yeah, I know. So he's like,
Yeah.
The DC is half the performance. What did you get?
2.
2. David, you watch as Zog just like, okay, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go now. Whoa! He's out cold.
And
He's
now,
just slipped and busted his ass in front of
and
this
now
Minotaur.
there's
He is
a
in trouble.
Minotaur advancing on him.
Yeah, he is in trouble, and this Minotaur is going towards him.
Oh shit.
Are we friends, Damon?
Oh God.
dude. Like,
That's a 22 for an attack.
okay.
An attack?
No. What are you hitting?
I'm
Okay.
aiming for his eye.
Oh.
Okay.
Rough.
Subtract 5 from what you just rolled. What
So-
is it? 17?
17.
And you're throwing a dagger?
I'm throwing a dagger at his eye.
Or do you want to stab him as he walks past you? Because that is what he's doing at
You
this
Oh, if
technically
he's
have.
walking past me, then yeah, I'll do
Dippy,
that.
he's unseen, so he technically has advantage on the attack.
And sneak
Yeah,
attack,
you
right?
would. You would
Yeah.
have it.
I'll take that one. 19 plus 5, 24.
So it's a 19.
So it's a
Okay,
19
19.
because of the targeted attack. 19. That hits. Roll an attack damage and roll a sneak attack damage for me, please.
Roll a sneaky attack.
Sneak attack is D6, right?
Yeah, it just depends how many of
Okay.
them.
Dippy, please describe what Sundial sees as he sees this dagger go in.
Are you like peeking around the corner at this point?
I'm watching,
watching-
everything that's going on
So-
and keeping like.
So
Because-
you wouldn't see anything because of where you're positioned in the nook, but you would hear. I'm gonna let him roll damage first because I wanted to see just how much this is.
I also have blind sight, so I can like kind of.
4, 7,
You can sense him on the other side of the wall,
11.
just barely,
Yeah.
but there's a wall in your way.
Mhm.
That's 14
Uh,
points of
Dippy-
damage.
14 points total
Yeah.
with the damage and the sneak attack.
So I got
You should have 2d6 now.
4, 5, 7 on my sneak attack, 4 on my the piercing damage, and
Right.
then plus 3.
Right.
Nice.
So 14 total.
Oh.
Okay. It's not enough to kill him,
Mhm.
but you are definitely doing some damage. Son, and everyone in the crevice for that matter.
Okay.
You hear Damon,
out.
you managed to
I just say,
do a little hop up to like meet head height with him, just a little one, and you have dagger in hand and you just straight into the eye. You swear if your dagger was a little longer, you would hit his brain.
Mhm.
It goes in and it is lodged in, and he screams this blood-curdling scream, and he goes, "What the fuck was that?" And he just he whips his head around.
mhm.
I need you to make a dexterity save.
Okay. If we're
Side note,
before we
is-
enter into initiative, because I feel like we're doing that. Sundial, if he feels like it's time to go, will say to Zog, Zog, use lightning bolt.
I have lightning
I'm
bolt.
loving my dice right now.
Just think. 'Cause-
What? No. Are you kidding? Your background is making it fuzzy. What'd you get?
It's a 15 plus 5. It's another dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So he was trying to sling you into the wall, but you managed to like put your feet up against the wall so that you don't take any bludgeoning damage. And you
can
like
I-
catch yourself against the wall, and you're just like you have him by the eye with
Can
this
I kick
dagger.
off the wall to try and force the dagger in further?
I will say that will be an attack.
Well,
All I want to roll initiative right now is Damon and the Minotaur.
I am
Because
right
if-
underneath everything. Can I roll as well?
You can.
I'm right there.
I'll let
yeah.
you. I'll let you.
I have a
What did
-1,
you-
so I'm probably not
You
gonna
rolled a
do well.
2.
That's a
As long as you
13 plus 3 for 16.
Yeah, you're going first. So you want to
7.
kick off the wall to force the dagger deeper into his eye, yes?
I will.
Yes.
Wait to roll initiative.
Yes, yes.
Because
Yes,
that's
he's
what I'm
gonna
doing
run
for-
out there as soon as Damon did what he did.
Yeah, if we're running out there,
Flavor?
then Sun is not joining in because
Oh, it takes one action, so no, I couldn't do that at the same time.
18 for
Trust. Hold on on
Okay,
your
you're good.
initiatives. Just wait. Okay, 18?
me. Mm-hmm. For sure.
No, Damon. Roll just
Sure.
a straight up melee attack?
Oh, melee attack?
Yeah.
Natural 20. I'm not even shitting you.
God damn.
So what is the it's not a sneak attack, but what's the minimum amount of damage that you can do in this moment? Oh, I see it.
7.
Oh my god.
Ah, God bless it.
Okay, so
You gotta get rid
your
of the
crit
screen
your
when
crit
you-
is a full damage die plus a roll. So plus your modifier. So what is the full I see it now? Yes. I got you. Yep, I got you. I trust you. I trust you. All I need now is how much damage what your max damage die is plus your modifier.
So, I'm still using a D4 because it's the dagger.
So 4, what's your modifier?
3.
7. How do you want to do this?
God damn.
Jesus
I
Christ.
want to kick off the wall and just start screaming as I force this guy's brain into the ground.
And you like the way that you kick the arc makes dagger meet brain meet pavement, and you just hear him, and you just hear this massive minotaur like screaming bloody murder, and the last thing that he says before he hits the ground is how the and you just hear this splatter as the viscera goes out his other eye, and he lies motionless on the floor.
Zog
Oh,
instantly
shit.
pops up and was just like, I was faking! I was pretending, my guy!
Running out.
You don't see this because I'm
Comes
still
out.
technically invisible for an hour.
Sundial comes out. It's
You
like,
the moment you made an attack, you became uninvisible.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
you just
that's
see
how invisibility works.
Damon ripping this dagger out, looking over, just panting.
Oh,
Says-
Sundial is just like rubbing his non-existent head.
As you
How
all
was
come
I
out from
supposed to know that? You're welcome.
Because I'm
You were
not
supposed
clumsy. Quinlan, are you ready to kill someone? What is happening?
as you all like kind of come out from behind the corner and notice this,
Everybody put your
this
shit away.
6'6" elf has just managed to take down this 7'3" minotaur with 2 dagger attacks.
Nice.
Oh dear God.
And Quinlan just does that whole Minotaur, Damon, Minotaur, Damon, and then gives a slight bow of appreciation.
That's
And
pretty
Damon
cool.
just sitting
I
there
go and-
panting like he wasn't wanting to kill anybody in this moment, but he wasn't gonna let Zog get hurt.
I go and pick up Zog
Mm-hmm.
from the ground.
I mean, thank
I'll use
you, buddy.
prestidigitation to get you the water and stinkiness off of you.
Thanks. I'm
Oh.
glad you knew I was faking. I believed in you.
Hmm I always know.
You know. Quinlan,
Good
you
to know.
good?
As you're all like gathered around this corpse, or so you think, you all hear like a desperate gasping suck of air just
Shit.
come from the body on the ground.
Gut reaction is going to be to kick its head.
God damn it. Roll an attack.
You
With
guys!
advantage?
He's prone. It's at advantage.
I was literally just about to cast Spare the Dying on this man.
So plus that 21.
Yeah, that hits. How much damage? An unarmed strike? How much damage is your unarmed strike? Technically, this is a successful melee attack against a prone, unconscious creature. That's two death saves.
That's technically also like if he has any hit points, that's an automatic crit.
Yes, that's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Oh,
That's
okay, cool.
It was
So
a
it's
crit,
1d4
so it's 2 death
plus
saves.
4.
Oh, you do a d4. Yeah, because you're a monk, duh.
Do
Yeah.
that.
Regardless of what damage you roll, that's 2 death saves.
I
God.
got
trying to kill
4 plus the 4. That's 8.
8. Yeah.
That's
you,
the max
you, like,
damage.
You like kick him in the jaw. So the viscera you thought came out of the eye. It looked like it came out of the eye. It was just like spillover from the initial like just pulling out, and it dribbled over his like the bridge of what would be his snout and nose. But the kick in the head, like you see like a massive tooth come out, and you just hear him go. "Gah!" He has one more death save to fail before he just dies. Is anyone doing anything?
Can I cast Spare the Dying?
Tesla's trying
You
not to
can
puke
cast
right
spare
now.
spare the dying.
Or, wait, Willow, you had your hand raised.
Yes.
And also
Willow, what
haven't
are you
done
doing?
much during all this, so I'm not going to
Yeah.
hug you.
Healing
Okay.
word?
Oh,
Oh,
thank
okay.
God.
Healing word. Okay. What word is your healing word?
Sorry.
Heal?
Perfectly acceptable answer.
I will stand in between Damon and Quinlan
And you just like
from the Minotaur.
you release this word, and he just like is still prone on the ground. How much hit point? How many roll for his hit points regained?
Still missing an eye.
Yeah, missing an eye. Yes.
If you weren't going to hold
5.
us back, I was going to ask if I can pin him down.
With the unarmed attack.
No, like while he's being healed, to like just like pin him down as she's
Make-
going heal.
Make
But
right. Okay.
sun
If you
is-
wanted to do it
is
in the same moment,
blocking.
if you wanted to do, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I was gonna say if you wanted to do it in the same moment, I would make it a check, but he is blocking, so he wouldn't be able to do that at
Yep.
the moment. So he heals 5 hit points.
As he's healing, I
He
will
just-
also use Mold Earth to make the chains around his wrist into actual shackles
You
into the ground, like mold stone and earth around it to keep him held. So we can talk to him and so he
precedent
doesn't
has
move
been
around.
set for that. Precedent was set for it. I'll allow it. Okay.
He's
So-
kind of been attacked and now we're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to do this, okay?
Okay. I know what we've got. So you mold earth around his wrists where they lay,
Mhm.
and he regains 5 hit. You all hear. What do I roll to keep Tesla from puke? Oh, it would be a con save
Mm-hmm.
if you
She
wanted to
rolled
keep
a 25.
No.
So
a 25. Oh, you rolled earlier. Oh, yeah.
That was a while ago.
Wow, that was a nat 20 too. Yeah, you are a trooper. That's incredible. Yeah. All of this has happened, and you hear the matter reforming in his head because this wound is new enough. You have pulled the dagger out. So you see the eye kind of where the eye was kind of like fill in again with like a magically healed where the sac and the fluid was. It just like reforms. enough that he has an eye. Whether it works or not is up to question. But he is healed, and he and he like tries to move his hands, and he's like, and then he like turns his head up to look at all of you. He just like well, fuck. I knew it couldn't have just been one of you. And that's where we're gonna end the session.
God damn.
Jesus Christ.
Before we
I'm
end, can
sorry,
Sundial
guys,
ask if he can see out the eye?
I'll say in this moment. You rolled a natural 20. Yes, he can.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Good to know.
I am not even joking. No nat 20s all night.
Good.
Last roll to check for that is a nat 20.
I'm
So,
sorry,
yes.
guys. I was just trying
You're
to
good.
protect
No.
Zog.
Right? You did what I couldn't
No.
because somebody was holding me back.
You just, well, because
Thank you so much for what. Oh, Dadley's not here. Hold on. We got to wait for him to come back at least. Wow. Ooh.
Does anyone need to talk about what happened?
Random? Inspiration of monk. Oh,
I think we
okay.
played exactly like to what our characters did. So honestly, I don't feel guilty in any way. But it is crazy.
That was.
It was playing to
guys.
ear.
Jesus Christ.
Damon
on a
Damon
pogo
doesn't
stick.
trust easily, but Zog and him have become friends through bonding through drinking and
And
combat.
arm
and
wrestling.
So,
Hmm.
yeah, and so it kind of was hard, but I wouldn't have known
Mhm.
what he was doing.
Yeah.
The thing is that you look to Zog instead of being like, where the heck is Sundial?
I
Oh.
should have thought
Well,
of
I
that.
mean,
Yeah, that's true.
Fair. To
But
be
I didn't
fair,
roll high enough insight. So
Mhm. That's true.
A 2.
Yeah, you
If
played
had
to the dice
gotten-
rolls, which is fair, which is
Yeah.
100%.
And I said, and I had the president. It's half the performance. If
Yeah.
you'd gotten 10, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
I would have thought,
But-
oh, there's no sundial.
Oh, it happened.
Better keep my
Oh,
mouth
that
shut.
happened.
Mm-hmm.
Gear,
You're just like,
Yeah.
oh, Zog's in trouble. Nope,
You're
played the
over
thing.
her first.
Now we're in some hot water here.
I heard
Okay.
Gear. What?
Yeah, you were trying to say something.
I was looking in the chat.
Oh yeah, I was. I forgot. Honestly.
Yeah. While we're waiting for Dadley, did you want to do anything like in this moment, Tesla?
I mean, it's very sudden, very kind of like in the blacksmith area where like everybody just started doing a thing and they all kind of fall in line. It's like I don't know if I can even intervene at this point. Yeah, so like I mean the fight with the little cold, what are they called, goblin things, goblins, was self-defense, so like that was kind of, she's not doing too bad, but this one I was like, you know, I really think she needs to, I did not expect to roll a 20 on whether or not she would throw up.
Yeah. She yeah. That is that's a sign of just a trooper in general. Like a nat
Well, I mean,
20 of a nat 20, that's like impressive.
I
You
was not
shudder,
expecting
you
it.
shudder at the thought.
I was hoping that like maybe she did, like I feel like it didn't do her character justice, but I don't know. I guess
The way-
maybe.
Sorry, if I might interject.
Sure.
The way I would see that is maybe your character would realize that Damon was actually just defending somebody, so it was kind of defense at the same time.
And
Probably.
that's the direction I was leaning, was you shudder at the thought of just like, oh my god, a brutal no reason murder, and then you go turn around the corner and and you see Damon just looking distraught at the fact that Zog is standing before him and like, gee, I wonder, like, and then
Yeah.
putting the
This
pieces
is-
together. Yeah.
I don't know if we could like maybe continue. I mean, I know we started a little late. If we could just like do a relief role play, like, because
Mhm.
I think after
Yeah.
this it'd be like, okay, maybe not so bad because he did pseudo save a friend. Even
So
though
this
she's
Minotaur-
also seen the faint trick.
Yeah.
happened. Like, she's bailed Dog out of jail before, so she knows it's what he's done.
Oh yeah.
Sundial will just
Oh,
be
yeah.
with his perception or persuasion, just be like, "Excuse me, sir. I don't know what your name is, but we need a second to kind of process this whole situation. So just stay calm."
He's at this point, yeah. He's just this Minotaur is just laying on the ground,
I'm being way too
shackled to
old
the
in this
ground.
moment. Sundial's just like, "Hey, we need a moment." There you go. That's more Sundial.
Take your fucking time, princess, and just like
No need for that.
he's not going anywhere. He's shackled to the fucking
Another
ground.
times Sundial has felt hurt today.
Apparently this was a little premature.
Okay.
And,
Maybe.
and Damon, he might be a rogue, he might be a shady fellow, but he's not a murderer by any means.
Mm-hmm.
I would say this was probably the first time that he would have taken action to actually kill somebody.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
it was for someone else.
Yeah.
So it's it'll probably visibly shake him at this moment, which is why I went with the whole he stands up panting and I thought you were in trouble kind of.
Right. Okay, Zog, I said we ended the session, but we were waiting for you to get back to do the proper send-off.
Oh, I am so sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. We were just doing a little like recovery role play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this guy is just like bolted to the ground, and
Yes.
Is this what I should expect from all people from what is the place that they're from? Petal. Is this how Petal people are, or is this like a weird thing?
I mean, Willow doesn't seem very murderous.
I know.
Willow,
No.
There is a dark side to the little one that has not been seen yet.
So
Yeah.
you're gonna see Damon kind of walk to the side and kind of clean off his daggers and just keep repeating to himself, "I was protecting Zog. I was protecting Zog. I was protecting Zog."
Seeing that Zog's gonna cast calm emotions on Damon.
Okay, you may.
We also
Is
didn't
there
kill
a
him.
save for it, or what? I have to look up calm emotions. You attempt to suppress strong emotions in a group of people. Wait, really? A group? Oh, so it's all of us. We're all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, that works on everyone.
We all just gonna chill.
Yeah, it's a charisma save 13. If you want to say, you can willingly fail to
If
save.
if you willingly fail, then you just succumb to
charisma
the
save?
effects of a calm emotions, and you are just calm.
Yeah,
I'll just-
charisma 13.
Sure, I'll just let it happen. I'm chill.
You've probably been on the boat while he's just like, let's all just vibe.
This is our hotbox night.
Tesla will walk over to Damien and have a
Did Willow fail?
semi-private conversation. That was a little aggressive for you.
Who is she saying this to? The Damon or the Minotaur? Okay.
Damien.
Okay.
Now we're ignoring the
I
Minotaur.
mean, he looks up at Tesla and I was trying to protect Zog. I thought he was in trouble.
That's understandable.
If I may, you hear from the ground.
Yeah.
You may.
No.
No, let's hear him out.
I was getting ready to carry him out of here.
I mean, fair.
But now I've got an even bigger problem on my hands.
And what's that?
And he just like lays his head down. You motherfuckers. And just sighs. And
Oh,
he's just
I-
like,
If
I
I-
also have a healing word.
He's already been
So-
healed.
would you like to cast it on him? He's not up to full. He's
Yeah.
only at 5.
He's
Don't let
already
him get up to
healed.
full.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Like maybe just like shut the fuck up, kind of like we're having a moment. And just cast healing word on him.
As you say that and cast, he just roll to see how many hit points he receives. For you, he will receive.
I already rolled it.
1d4 plus 4. 6. He gets 6 more hit points. Okay. So
and she says,
he's just
that's the healing word.
And yeah, that's great. And he just he just lays his head on the ground, just like.
Thank you.
Oh, I didn't roll for his common emotions. He failed it anyway. So yes, that would have been his response because he failed the common emotions. So yeah, and he's just like, whatever, and he just like lays his head down. As you continue,
Zog is a strange guy. He does some weird things at weird times, and it's a little difficult to get used to. But maybe just give him a few moments to really let you know that he's in trouble before acting like that.
There was a giant bovine bearing down on him.
Minotaur.
I know he.
Look,
it seemed like he was really in trouble, but
it seemed like everyone
he does take care of himself pretty well. So, trust me, I've known him for
Tesla.
better parts of 6 months now, I think, or more.
Tesla.
I think. What? Sundial, I'm talking.
Zog can talk for himself.
Well, yeah, but
I know he's your friend, but he is also his own person.
I can also vouch for him. Do you know the word?
I know, but you can only vouch for him after he's spoken.
I don't, huh?
Ooh.
I'm kind of having a private conversation, but if y'all want to join.
This was just between Tesla and
I thought
Damon
they were having this whole conversation in front of all of us. And...
No.
I thought that's why I thought with Dadley was coming in and trying to talk with him and stuff like that. My bad.
That was just
step back. Sorry, I misinterpreted that.
To be fair, I was walking over to Damon casting calm emotions, and then Tesla came over and started talking.
Yeah.
So I
thought it was a whole group thing because of the calm emotions.
Totally fine.
And it was it's supposed to be a process. Right. Okay.
Yeah, it was a conversation between 1 and 2, and it was not whispering, but if you really wanted to hear, you could hear it. It wasn't going to be too private, but it was just.
The only reason the Minotaur spoke up is because this conversation is happening right over his head.
Okay. Good point. Solid point.
Just imagine him laying on the ground, and then there's one person on either side of his head, and he's looking up, and there's 2 people talking.
Zog is going to look at Quinlan and Willow and say, I feel like everyone's a bit hot-headed, and I'm getting a wee bit tired of it. There's more tunnels. This guy's tied to the ground. Do you want to start trekking the way?
Yeah, why not?
Zog looks over at Sundial, Damon, and Tesla and goes, when you guys are done bickering, I want to leave the bad drama and the bad toxicity with the Minotaur tied to the ground. We're going to head forward.
I have a name, asswipe.
No, I don't. I don't know that. You didn't say it. And he leaves.
And he
what
just
is your name?
Saying someone's an asswipe probably isn't a great way to try and get them to ask what your name is.
That's just life advice.
And I used to walk away as well.
Willow asks.
Yes.
And he responds.
Asswipe.
No.
How many channel points is it? How many channel points is it to pick an NPC's name?
10,000, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Name an
That's
NPC.
so many.
How many is it?
I know.
Yes, you can choose
10K.
an NPC's name with 10,000 points.
And I redeemed that once.
Yeah.
And named a
You can
character.
create an NPC. It's not just making an.
It is a full.
You can make a whole
NPC.
ass NPC.
Oh, okay.
And he
Temple-
just responds, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
He just responds, the name's Harmonious.
Oh, that is so ironic. Give us a moment, Harmonious. Just Damien, you're cool. Just yeah. You're and she just walked off. Like there's nothing else she can say.
So now it's just Willow and Damon standing above this guy.
I thought
It was
Willow
nice
came with
meeting
me.
you.
Oh, did Willow?
Sorry.
Willow stayed back and asked what's the name. Me
And
and
now it's just
Quinlan-
Damon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Quinlan, and then Sundial followed us. So.
Yeah. And then Tessa left, and now Willow left, and now it's just Damon standing with this Minotaur. And he just Harmonious just kind of looks up to you, Damon, and he's like, if I'm being 100% honest in this moment of weakness, that was mighty impressive.
Looks down at him and says, Harmonious, I'm sorry about the eye.
He kind of like blinks it a little bit, and with the natural 20 that I got earlier, he's just like, I don't think it's actually fucked up right now. Apparently your party's healing fixed it. And he like blinks again, and he's like really fixed it. And he just like leans his head down again, and he's just like, you see a moment of like realization wash over his face. Make an insight check for me, or insight check. 9. That's enough.
I will. Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'll give him inspiration. I have so many.
That's enough. That's enough. He probably couldn't see out of that eye before.
You made me hit a blind man.
Out of that one eye, the blood red eye. He still had his good one on his
we
left side
popped the
that you
blood
didn't,
red.
that you didn't
I
immediately
forgot
stab.
about that.
So, he could say sorry about the eye, but you're a big guy. You should walk at how you walk at unconscious people, especially after you're screaming.
Kind of like scrunches up his lips and mouth, and he's just like, you know what? Fair enough. Now, are these gonna like come off at some point, or am I just like?
And I'd like to, at least my part, I'd like to end there because I'd like to talk to him a bit longer.
Oh yeah.
And that's something that I think would be good for next stream. But there's some questions I want to ask him before I go and catch up with the rest of the group.
Sure. So we're gonna properly end the episode there. I know
And
I
would
said.
like to start next time with catching up to Zog.
All right. So we'll properly end the episode there. I know that earlier I said we were ending at the moment of at the moment of the revelation of him coming back. A little bit of recovery never hurt anybody. So we'll end properly there for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate y'all stopping by and watching this episode of the In-Quy'zz-ition. And if you've been listening on podcast, thank you for listening. So until next time, your adventure matters. Roll for your initiative.
Bye.
Goodbye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
What do you mean here? Is it me? Am I on? Oh, stay tuned for a fucking raid. No, a raid? No, a raid. I was given one job. I suck.